Welcome to Friday Night High School Football live from Olson Stadium here in Sioux City. It is the East High Black Raiders and the Johnston Dragons in a big football game here tonight. The winner goes to the playoffs. Doesn't get any better than this here on an absolutely spectacular football evening. We welcome the Johnston Dragons. This is Metro Sports Television. Thank you for joining us on the region's premier sports streaming platform, Metro Sports Television. For the best in high school sports streaming, join us at Metro Sports Television. Big football game here tonight. The Johnston Dragons come into this football game 4-4, as mentioned, as do the East High Black Raiders. Johnston is ranked 10th in the power ratings. They have played a brutal schedule, and they have played quite well. Meanwhile, this young East team, which features 12 sophomore starters, has played well this season, and they're going to have their hands full, and we're expecting a good football game here tonight. And joining us is someone no one loves the game of football like our good friend here, the former All-Stater from the East High Black Raiders, Brian Jepson. And Jeps, what a night for football.
Yeah, you can't beat this for late October. Perfect night, 70 degrees, 65 degrees for kickoff. Light wind, and we got a nice crowd filing in here. East High Black Raiders been on the road here the last several weeks. Last week with an astounding comeback from behind game with Ames in a driving rain, 28-28, and Cal Jepson hooked up with Mike Williams in a 35-yard pass, and he dove, kept his feet in the end zone for the game winner under a minute left. So
amazing pass and catch. We saw that online. What a play. This young football team from East High, and you mentioned the young quarterback, your nephew, Cal Jepson. What a year this scrappy little sophomore's having at quarterback.
Yeah, he's actually exceeded the expectations that I had for him. Playing really, really well, and only a sophomore, but yeah, he's coming in throwing 2,193 yards. He's second in 5A, 20 behind the quarterback from Liberty. So yeah, he's having a great year, and I know with this offense, the Winkelplex offense, and Coach Goodman running the offense, it's kind of an air raid, and I think they'll be slinging it again tonight.
And conversely, this quarterback for Johnson started last year as a sophomore, leading them to the Dome, a tough semifinal loss to Southeast Polk. But their quarterback, Will Nuss, what a player. He's a junior, and we watched him on videotape. Both of us were going, wow, what a football player.
Yeah, outstanding athlete, great football player. I mean, he's throwing, he's a runner, thrower, throwing for about 1,500 yards. He's got some good receivers, the tight end that's with him. Not only that, he's a great, outstanding baseball player. As we know, Johnston's won 3 out of the last 4 state titles in baseball. Will Nuss plays third base, and All-Stater, and he's one of the guys that led the Johnston area Little League team to the Little League World Series. So just an outstanding athlete, and he does got a cannon. This
football team from Johnston, and we talked about it, we've watched them on tape against Southeast Polk. They lost by 3 points to the three-time defending state champ, looking for their third straight, ranked number 1. This Johnston team has played some good football against some very good teams. They defeated a good West Des Moines Valley football team. Their 4 losses, Cedar Falls, Ankeny, Southeast Polk, and a very tough 17-14 loss to Waukee, where they were downing the football and had a late fumble. So all 4 of their losses have been tough.
Yeah, I mean, you look at their schedule, it's a gauntlet, and a few games could have went the other way. They played Southeast Polk to a 3-point game, 45-42, and what a battle. And I mean, this is a really good squad. I mean, on the interior line, on the defense, offense, the quarterback, they got weapons in the backfield. So it's going to be a tough challenge for the Black Raiders to get a win. So
you mentioned Jacob Simpson, the 6'6", 240-pound senior, tight end, wide receiver, call him what you will, going to the University of Minnesota. He is just outstanding.
Oh, yeah. 564 yards on the year, 34 receptions. Just a great, getting yards after catch. Likes contact. Just an outstanding player, and he's looking to play Big Ten football.
You bet, and not as a punter in the Big Ten West.
No,
I didn't know they recruited him
as a receiver.
Yeah, he is outstanding, and he's going to be fun to watch here tonight as this young East High football team will receive the opening kickoff. Once again, the winner goes to the state playoffs. And that you never know what's going to happen there, especially this Johnston team who has already played these football teams and played them quite well. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson, Metro Sports Television on a beautiful night for football. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to our friends from Central Iowa Television for joining us, and KCAU as well. KCU Channel 9 also gets our feed, so we're ready to go. Very quickly, let's go to our Vern ID keys of the game, Jeps.
Yeah, keys to the game, number one for East, special teams. Being able to get good field position, kicking game, owning field position will really help the Black Raiders. Two, they got to limit their turnovers. Can't have many turnovers, especially against a quality opponent like Johnston. And last, they got to win the first down battle. Offensively, get some yards on first down so they can get into the rhythm of their offense. Defensively, try to get some stops and control the line of scrimmage.
Here's the opening kickoff, and we're underway. Mike Williams in the end zone. He's going to down that. We're going to start with Cal Jepson, the sophomore quarterback. Tonight's football game is presented by Jamie Pick of American Family Insurance. Go see Jamie Pick for all your insurance needs as we get started here tonight as East High sends out their young offense. Again, 12 sophomores start. Starting lineups brought to you by Mark Johnson, American Family Insurance. The quarterback is Cal Jepson. The 5'10" sophomore has thrown for 20 touchdowns this year. The tailback will be Miles Wagger. Yep, that's of the Wagger family. Brandon was a freshman, Big Ten freshman of the year at the University of Iowa. It's his kid brother, number 32. He's going to catch a little swing pass, and Miles is going to put his foot in the ground and try to get to about 2 yards to about the 22-yard line. Miles Wagner comes out of the end zone, out of the backfield as an outstanding. The receivers, Richard Stewart, 48 catches on the season. Michael Williams, we talked about him. Michael has 4 big touchdown catches, and Logan Dolphin, the senior. Very quickly, East High gets set up there. Jepson, the quarterback's going to drop, step in, looks, fires down the middle, has a man, and the ball's going to be incomplete. Looking for Williams right there. Pressure put on by Johnston. We talked about Johnston. Austin Gray got pressure. They only have 4 sacks on the season. They don't pressure, but they're outstanding tacklers.
Yeah, and they try to control the line of scrimmage with 4. Isaiah King, the big sophomore tackle, is out tonight with a knee injury. He started all 8 games for the Black Raiders, so Farrat is in his place filling in for him.
Big third down right here. There's a fire, and there's Dolphin making the catch. He pummels the football, but it's going to be picked up on the bounce by Breifogel, and he's going to bring it to the 42-yard line. So Dolphin got the first down, got hit very hard. Ball popped out, and first down for the East High Black Raiders.
Yeah, very fortuitous right there to bounce right into Breifogel's hand, and Dolphin, that tackler put his helmet right on the ball and popped it out.
So big break there. That was John Yates on the spot. So John Yates, who's having a big year for the East High Black Raiders, wisely scoops it up, picks it up, and gets the first down for the East High Black Raiders. 4-4 on the season. Dressed in their all black against the all white with a little yellow and black trim. There's Wagger pumping it up to about 1 yard gain against this very stout Johnston defensive line. Again,
yeah, I figure they'd be tough. They're going to be tough to run against. Now East is coming off a 3-game winning streak, 5-3 on the year, Pat.
5-3, excuse me.
Yep, 5-3.
I shortened them up a little bit.
Yep.
Josh Kerber, one of the team captains, the tackle, made the tackle right there. They quickly go with a spot pass and putting his foot in the ground and going forward. It's Williams for a gain of about 3 yards. We'll bring up another third down. This defensive line of Nathan Lucas, Robert Boley, as you mentioned, Scott is out, but Kerber and defensive end Austin Gray, outstanding. They really do their jobs. I really like these linebackers, including Colin Hodap, who is one of their leading tacklers, outstanding players. So big third down again. Jepson, the quarterback, drops, sets up the screen. They go down the middle. The ball's deflected away, and it was going on a little bubble screen that didn't work, and that'll bring up fourth down. And Jacob Burrell, who is averaging 41 yards a punt, will step back and make the first punt of the game right here. One of the keys of the game, Coach Winkelplex said, execute on special teams.
Yep. And right there, East has been a good screen team this year, and they had it played well, but that second level did a nice job there of picking up the screen guy coming across the middle.
Not a flashy defense. They play a 4-4-3, but they're an outstanding and well-coached football team is Johnston. Good snap, and Jacob Burrell's going to kick a line drive. It's going to be caught on the big hop by J.J. Shaw. J.J.'s going to put his foot in the ground, bring it up to about the 24-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Johnston Dragons, who hard luck 4-4 on the season, but they are a good football team led by their junior quarterback, Will Nuss, as he steps out there in their running attack. D'Angelo Barcu, we've watched him on tape. We really like him, number 4.
Yeah, he's a good runner, good catcher. He's actually done both. You know, he's played defense too, and he's in on a lot of tackles this year. They've primarily been using him in offense of late, though.
The East High Black Raiders defense is hurt tonight. Their outstanding freshman safety, Cason Claiborne, unfortunately had a tough injury last week. He will miss this game. Nuss, the quarterback, turns, fires, has his man, and I believe it's number 18 as they fire it quickly to Mitch Nag. Nag Jr. makes the catch. He's 6'2", 200. Good target there. He makes the catch and picks up the better part of 7 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Dragons of Johnston. Nice group of die-hard fans made the trip up here. Good to see them. They should be excited about this football team. They have played some close football. Nuss turns, going to fire it out on a quick hitch. I believe that's Simpson, the big guy, and the University of Minnesota recruit is going to put his head down, but nice play right there by Dane Milton.
Yep, nice coming up on there. And you can see what they're starting off with, you know, kind of a quick passing game, you know, getting the ball out. But they've been about 50-50 run pass this year, it seems like, Johnston. So they kind of mix it up.
We do have a penalty flag, and get used to it because this is Dewey Johnson's group, and they throw a lot of flags, especially early. And right here they have an illegal. They were in illegal man downfield, and so they must have been in a bad formation. And this crew, they like to throw the hanky.
Yep, if you're 3.5 yards over, you're gonna get the illegal man downfield.
These guys should officiate the Pac-10. They love to throw their flags there too. So that's going to send the Dragons back. 2nd down, 8 to go for Will Nuss in this Johnston offense. The junior started last year as a sophomore, led them to the Dome, where they lost a semifinal game to Southeast Polk. Now a junior, he's searching around, gets it set, turns, hands the ball off, and nice play right there by Keegan Augustine. Keegan, the senior, having a big senior season at that defensive end.
Yeah, nice play there by Keegan. He read that right away, got in the backfield, tripped up the big back for Johnston, and 3rd and long. This is a down down a distance. East needs to get off the field.
Marcoux, the junior, was tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. We were very impressed with him in their game against Southeast Polk, which was, you know, when we do our scouting, we normally don't watch a whole game, but I watched that whole thing. It was a great game.
That was quite a game.
Big 3rd down right here for the Dragons of Johnston. Nuss has all day, airs it out, has a man out there, but he's going to overthrow it as they misconnected on that one. He was looking for Nathan King, the junior wide receiver. He was out there, but he wanted to do a little skinny post, and the ball faded on him. A good coverage by the East High Black Raiders right there.
Yeah, that's a good 3 and out for the Black Raider D, and could possibly get some good field position here. So, especially early in the games, the defense has struggled getting off the field. So that's a good sign for the Black Raider defense.
A.J. Flemister was on the coverage that time as Williams steps up along with Dane Milton. Punt is a high, boy, that's an excellent punt right there, nice and high. Fair catch by Williams. He's going to catch it at his 35-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the East High Black Raiders on their 2nd possession of the football game. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson, Metro Sports, thanks for joining us. All our fans in Johnston, our Central Iowa TV partners, grabbing this feed so everybody can watch this football game, and of course our good friends at KCAU Channel 9. Also a playoff football game. Riley Lillenquist, Mitch McCumber, and that group are over in Hinton, as Hinton is in the playoffs, the Class 1A. Playoffs start next week for the big schools. So Cal Jepson will bring out the Black Raiders. He's going to turn, fire it quickly, ball caught, and Michael Williams is going to bring it up for a gain of 7 yards right there.
Yep. That quick passing game, I kind of figured that's what they'd want to go with tonight to start with, and getting different receivers the ball and getting it early.
Cal Jepson, just a sophomore, not a very big guy at 5'10", but he is scrappy. Here's a handoff and trying to bounce out there as J.J. Ghosh tries to go back, and he's going to hit to the line of scrimmage and might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage as a host of dragons. The host of dragons? What is it? A bunch of dragons? What do
Yeah,
what do you call a bunch of dragons?
They're
Scary?
They're front four or front five. They're doing a good job in the interior, though.
As mentioned, they are not flashy, but they are good. It was Kerber Josh who was in on the play again. Here's Gosh again. He's looking for somewhere to go on 3rd down and 3. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and you can't dance against this football team or you're going to go nowhere. As Robert Abole, the big defensive lineman, number 99, stepped in there and made the play.
Yeah, they've 2 running plays and right up the teeth of that defense and for nothing.
So after a good gain on 1st down, it's a quick 3 and out. And Jacob Burrell will come back and punt this football game. So far, we've got a defensive battle going on in a beautiful night here in Siouxland. Oh, goodness. I thought last week was nice. This would make even better. But Jacob better get this one off, and they could have blocked it. That's a pretty good punt. Ball is caught at about the 18-yard line, going right up the middle. This is that special team we talked about, and popping it up and nicely for is Tay Proctor, a senior wide receiver at 6 foot. Nice size, 6 foot 185, and he has a nice return right there. And good news, there was no flags. So there's those special teams we talked about.
Yeah, Tate Proctor in doing what you're supposed to, catch that punt or kickoff, get it right upfield. Get north and south, and he did a good job. Found a seam, and they're in good field position here, midfield.
This young East High defense. Now we'll see if they can get another 3 and out against this efficient Johnston Dragon.
It ended up being about a 4 or 5 yard net, didn't it, on the punt?
It did. Nice play by the Dragons. Nuss, the quarterback, will turn, hands the ball off, and dancing around and making a nice cut for some positive yardage right there was D'Angelo Barcu. And a 5-yard gain on 1st down. That's all a coach can ask right there.
Yeah, nice little cutback and run up to the left, and that's a good start for Johnston on 1st down.
Colin Pittenger was in on the tackle, another one of those outstanding sophomores for East High. Also, Kobe Flemister came up on the play. So 2nd down, 5 yards for the Dragons. Just get underway. Barcu gets the ball. He's going to slam in this time. Gets to about the better part of the 45-yard line. Again, it was Pittenger waiting for him, as was Francis Diego, who made the play. Francisco, not a big guy at 5'9", but very stout at 240.
Yeah, kind of squatty, yeah. And, that's a good job. The interior front 4 there for East High doing a nice job holding that run game down. 3rd
down and 3. Look out for Simpson right here. He's nearest us. They like to just spot him up against the smaller defenders, and he has a big matchup here against freshman Chris Ford. They look the other way. They fire. Man, Nuss throws a bullet right down the middle, and there comes one of those flags. I think we're going to have a face mask on East High as Nuss fires the ball beautifully in there.
You can tell he's got a rocket. I remember from throwing from 3rd to 1st base. He can get the ball over there. You can see the velocity on his ball. That was well put in there.
Indeed, Nathan King on the reception, and he's going to add some yardage here, probably with a face mask. This crew, they're also very deliberate. Sometimes we wonder if they're getting paid by the hour. Personal foul, face mask, and that's going to bring the ball all the way to the 20-yard line, East High. So that turns out to be a 28-yard pickup for the Johnston Dragons, and they do not need any help.
No, I think he was just, just reach in and grab the face mask, and every face mask pretty much is about a 15-yarder in high school.
Well, we have noticed that these suburban Des Moines teams from the Metro, their receivers are big, and sometimes it's you're reaching up to get them. Nuss turns, use that strong arm, has a man on the out pattern. They like that play, and just a little out, and it's completed out there to Mitch Nag, another one of those juniors. Receiver, excuse me, that is not Nag. That is Daniel Husin, who's on the catch, and that's going to be very close to the 1st down. They mark it down at the 12-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 2 from the East High 12.
Yeah, Dalen Houston, and looks like he's got 261 yards on the air receiving. So he's got several receivers that he can throw to, and good-looking receivers. They run really good routes.
Minson Martin has checked into the football game. He has a lot of carries on the air and some yards. He's going to get the ball right here, puts his head down. There's that Barcu who's going to slam in there. They got those smaller numbers Fortunately, they're black numbers, but that is Barku, and he's going to have himself his first down at the 8-yard line of East High. This is where they like to post up Simpson at 6'5" and just toss him the ball.
Yeah, big frame body like that with good hands, and yeah.
We've seen that a few times on videotape. He is going to be the slot receiver nearest us, number 88. And this secondary is active for East High, but they're not very big, and they're young with 2 sophomores and a freshman. Nuss is going to roll that way, look for the big guy. He's going to go short, and the ball's dropped.
Bootleg there, threw it behind him a little bit, but he came wide open from the tight end spot.
So they gave Simpson a look, but decided to go the other way, and had he caught it, probably would have walked in to the end zone.
Yeah, the bootleg action did fool the defense, just had to connect on the pass.
Indeed, so now that'll bring up a 2nd down and goal, and we're just kind of waiting for the little toss out there for the Dragons of Johnston. Talked to their coaching staff prior to the game. They had a nice, comfortable ride up here, and they felt that they're ready to play football tonight with playoffs on the line. Marcou's going to pop it in there. He's going to bring it close to the end zone. He gets to about the 2-yard line. Nice hole up front by this Johnston Dragon offensive line right there.
Yeah, good 5-6 yard run in the red zone. We're looking at third and goal from the 2-yard line.
Indeed. And for the East High Black Raiders, they need a stop. They got it the first time on defense, and now they're trying to do it right here. So 3rd down and goal from about the 3-yard line for Johnston.
Good game.
They hand the football off. A nice play right there as East High holds right there. Pittenger, I believe, came in there nicely and made the play.
Good penetration there by the East defense. Not only that, Chris Ford coming up from the corner, filling in there and finishing it off. So nice stand there. By,
Cooper Fritz was also in on the play.
Fritz,
just a freshman.
Just a freshman. He's going to be a good one. He don't look like a freshman.
He doesn't. So big play by the Frosh. As we mentioned, this is a very young football team. Will Safaris, the kicker, he's a good one. He's going to get the step in. He's going to kick it, and that baby's all the way back to Johnston, and it's 3-0 here in the first quarter. On your Prime Bank scoreboard, 2:10 to go in the first quarter. Johnston draws first blood. The Dragons lead at 3-0 when we come back on Metro Sports.
That's a good win there for East almost. Yeah, Cooper Fred.
The noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
Yeah. Welcome back to Metro Sports. 3-0. The Johnston Dragons pop out here in the first quarter, but a good stand by this young East High Black Raider defense.
Yeah, defense got to feel like that's a win, holding him down there on the 2-yard line. 3rd and 2, stuffing up the back, and then they settle for a field goal. So yeah, that's got to feel like a win for the Black Raiders there.
So Safaris is going to pop this one up. Fair catch called by Michael Williams at about the 18-yard line. Is going to be first down. 3rd possession for the East High Black Raiders. They got a couple of first downs. Had a promising drive out by midfield their last time, but tried to run it on 3rd down and or second down and 3 and
which
3rd down and 3.
Kind of shocking from what we've seen all year. So, but maybe trying to catch. You want to establish the run game too to keep those guys honest that you're just not passing all the time. But
so the outstanding sophomore Cal Jepson will lead the 3rd possession for East High. Miles Wagger is to his right. We were talking about Miles. Of course, his brother Brandon played at the University of Iowa. He's going to get the football here, tries to pop it to the outside. He's going to fall forward for the better part of 4 yards. Miles' brother Jack played at Purdue. His brother Cole was an outstanding player, and Dad Rick was a record-setting tailback at East High, went up and played in South Dakota State.
And All-American up at South Dakota State.
You
so,
bet.
yeah,
Played
yeah.
a couple years in the Canadian League. So what a football legacy at the Waggers, for the Waggers here, and it's always good to watch those kids play football. So gain of 4 on the play. Play action fake. Jeps is going to roll out, looks, gets his feet set, fires the ball over the middle, and it's complete. We got another penalty flag down. This came from the side judge who threw it in the middle of the field. That is not really his call unless he saw a face mask there or something, maybe a pick play. I don't know.
That was quite a pass coming back.
It was an unbelievable pass, and we'd hate to see this side judge make that call to the middle of the field. What was the call? Oh, goodness, this crew, I'll tell you.
What was the call there?
I had to be, the only play he could call would be a pick play from the side judge away from the play. Oh, boy. So play is taken away. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12 for the East High Black Raiders. As mentioned, get ready for a long night with this crew. Jeps is going to throw that away. Pressure put on by the Dragons. Going in there was Josh Kerber, who's been very active. Kerber, not a tall guy at 6 foot, but as you said, you like to say squatty. He's 245.
Yeah. So, that's, you know, they like to run that screen game, but they're almost getting in there too quick on the pressure. You know, you might want to just have to hit them a little bit and, you know, throw them off for a second.
3rd down and 13 now for the sophomore quarterback. As Williams comes in motion, Cal's going to step up, go big, has a man out there, has his man, and he can't get him. Oh, boy.
Wow, that was just inches away. That would have been 6 if he would have hauled it. And those guys have hooked up on some big plays this year, and boy, Stewart, man, that was inches away.
Richard Stewart couldn't quite get there. Had he would have strutted right into the end zone, and a tough break for the East High Black Raiders, who now have to punt from their own 1-yard line. And we still, I do believe they called a pick play on the penalty, which took away the big 1st down. So Burrell will be in, already for his 4th punt.
And the ref, the call was a pick on the backside.
Oh, boy.
Which is kind of unusual.
Yeah, this crew is unusual. There's another good return here by the Dragons, and special teams were going to be the key. As nice return right there by J.J. Shaw, one of the captains of this football team. Shaw, safety, one of the leading tacklers with 34 tackles on the year, averaging 9 yards on punt return, and pulls that one out for 21 yards.
Yeah, good return, and that's what we talked about, field position, and Johnston's been sitting with some good field position to these last 2 drives.
So, again, starting from their own 35-yard line, or excuse me, from the East High 35-yard line, will be the Dragons, who punched it in, got a field goal the last time. 1 minute to go here in the 1st quarter. Nuss brings them up. Cohen Mack, Mason Rothler, Cohen Vandenuzel, as Nuss is going to fire, has a man out there. It's Simpson, and he's going to make the catch for the touchdown, and a big-time play by a big-time player right there.
Yep, he just went up, got the ball, hauled it down, and nice pitch and catch, and you can see why Minnesota's happy to get this young man.
So Jacob Simpson will score from 35 yards out, just like that, and a chance for a 10-0 lead. So Nuss to Simpson, and as you mentioned,
we knew they were going to probably go to him sooner or later. You know, they really haven't targeted him much, but right from the first play there, they just went right up to him top.
Kick is up, kick is good, just like that. Johnston, 1-play drive, 35 yards. They lead at 10-0 when we come back on Metro Sports TV.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow freshly baked bread piled high with Italian style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Did I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
Thank you to all of our outstanding sponsors here tonight, including Manly Obank Chiropractors. We'll see Cole Miller, and he'll adjust you well at Manly Obank Chiropractors. Also, Vern Ide Motor Cars, proud sponsor of our Vern Ide Keys to the Games. Also, Bob Rose, point after After the game, head down to Bob Rose, not too far from here. And tonight's game is presented by Jamie Pick of American Family. So 10-0, Johnston leads here just at the tail end here of the first quarter. So this kick is let it go out of bounds, and he doesn't do it. And well, Dane's going to bring it up to about the 27-yard line. As the one thing about Dane, he's fun to watch.
Yep, we got some yards there. So yeah, it looks like they're just trying to pooch it on the sides there. Don't want to give the deep returners any momentum.
The one thing we saw about this Johnston team as we did the scouting report and we watched them on videotape, they're just sound in all facets.
Yeah, fundamentally sound, and yeah, defense, offense, and the special teams. And that's that third leg of the game, the special teams. Execution there makes things tough for the opposing team.
So Cal Jepson, who's had a tough luck, Miles Wagger tries to bounce to the outside, can't do it. Jeff Scott, a junior defensive lineman, bounces in there nicely. We talked about this Johnston defense, kind of a 4-4-3 set for the most part.
Yeah.
Not flashy. Their big kids up front do a nice job, and we do believe, now that's not Simpson up there, Micah Cook, a junior. He's moved into defensive end, but they just simply do their job.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be tough, especially, we can see in the run game. Getting any run production right now is tough. And then East, that really good sophomore offensive tackle, Isaiah King, 6'4", about 280, played all 8 games, and he had a little knee injury, and he couldn't go from the doctor's deal, so he was kind of bummed because he played on it last week and said it was feeling great. So, well, don't go to the doctor.
There it is.
Wait till the week after.
That's going to end the first quarter with the Johnston Dragons leading the East High Black Raiders 10-0. The winner goes to the Iowa State playoffs next week.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Welcome back. Thank you to our proud advertisers, Central Bank. Central Bank, proud sponsor of our Central Bank pregame, and Baumgars. Baumgars will bring you the postgame show right after this. Good shout out to Miles Wagger's Uncle Kurt, watching in from Kentucky, as the Wagger family watching from all across the country, and that's what Metro Sports Television can do for you and all of our viewers watching here from Johnston, as we appreciate you guys tuning in. And so far the Dragons looked exactly what we thought, Jeps. Just a very solid football team.
I mean, it's 4-4. They could be 7-1,
Oh,
6-2. It's a solid team, a well-disciplined team, and like we said, East is going to have to play a great game to come out with a victory here.
Cal Jepson, the sophomore quarterback, hands the ball off to Miles Wagger. Miles got a little pop in there and going to lean forward, the junior, to about the 35-yard line. Nice blocking up front by the East High Black Raiders.
Yeah, there was a good seam there. That was the first seam we've seen, and he picked up nice 7-8 yards on the carry.
Miles with a little forward lean right there, and that's a good 8-yard gain on first down. Second down and 2. East High had a tough series last week when a big play was, or last week. Here's Miles running in there. He's going to lean forward. Will not get to his first down. Going to be about a yard short.
And it makes up 4th down here, 4th and 1 or 4th and 2.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we did have a play. That's exactly right. As East High has decided to run the football a little bit more. Now they're going to try to draw them off sides here, I believe, unless Coach Winkelpleck is not quite in panic mode. Nope, they're going to go through it. There's the handoff to Miles Wagger. Miles going to lean. He's not going to get it.
Wow.
Not going to get it. Tay Proctor came up from the cornerback position and made the hit right there.
Yeah, 3 straight run. This at the teeth of this defense, that was tough to do.
Going against their norm a little bit, trying to run the football on 2nd and 4, 3rd and 4.
Outguess them, but sometimes it's hard to outguess just a good defensive front. I mean, when you're playing their keys and stuff.
So from the third consecutive time, the Johnston Dragons will have a football with a first down at the East High 35. Asking a lot from your young defense, letting them start this deep in your own territory. No, the quarterback turns, hands the ball off to Barku. He's trying to get outside. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Good rally there. Yep. Keegan Augustine in there. Cooper Fitz coming up, making a hit.
Cooper loves to play football. What upside he has. Just a freshman.
Yeah. Yeah, this whole East team, I mean, with the development they've had over the year with these young guys, I mean, the future's looking really bright for the next year, 2-3 years.
And Big Monase has checked in at the right defensive end at 6'7".
Yeah. He's just a few weeks away from dunking.
Raz Vanderloo and his East High Black Raiders are going to have an outstanding basketball team again. And Metro Sports Television will be bringing you all that action. So 2nd down and 12, loss of 2 on the play. Noel, the quarterback's going to go with a little delayed draw, and it's a beauty. Popping it up there is Barku, a nice hit right there again by Frosch.
Yeah, he's not afraid to hit. Yeah, good draw play there, good design, and they get back to like a 3rd and 5 here. Wasn't last year we did for the basketball? Johnston played East in the playoff game.
That was Norwalk.
Norwalk.
Yep.
No, the first game.
Oh, yep. Johnson. Yep, that was
the first game. Yeah, then it was Norwalk to go. Yeah.
Dominic LaPrera, big 6'2", 285-pound guard, made a nice block right there. So the 3rd down and short, and again they go right underneath the zone, find one of those big receivers, and that's going to be a 1st down as Adrian Brodas makes the catch. Another one of those nice looking receivers at 6'1", 180, and it's 1st down for the Johnston Dragons. On the move, already ahead 10-0 here in the 2nd quarter. Clock running, 9:30 to go.
And Johnson's found a little bit. That little hook zone area, 7-8 yards, has been open for him, and they've been feeding on that.
Nelson wings it out to his big receiver Simpson. He's going to have forward progress to about the 18-yard line, and it's going to be a good gain on 1st down as Nuss shows you that powerful arm. That is not an easy throw. So Chris Ford, the freshman, another one. As we keep saying, freshman, sophomore, this is a young football team for East High. They're going to be around for a couple of years.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, he had an 82-yard kick return down at Des Moines Lincoln, and boy, he got in the open field and he showed his speed. He's a fast guy, 100 guy, 200-meter guy.
2nd down and 2. Hand off, going up the middle, and again popping it up, and that's going to go for touchdown right there as D'Angelo Barku pops in for his 8th touchdown of the season, and just like that, it's 6-0 Johnston. And good, that little delayed draw, and it's well blocked.
Yeah, well blocked by the offensive line, gives him a seam, and he hit the seam really quick. Got some good hips and took it to the end zone.
Nick Darling and Dominic LaPrera threw some good blocks on that left side for the touchdown, as Johnson now has taken control 17-0, taking advantage of some good field position. Kick is up, kick is good, 17-0 here on Metro Sports Television. The Dragons are looking the part that we thought they were. This is a good football team. We'll be back with more on Metro Sports TV.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
At halftime, we'll have our regular East High football legend. And the East High football legend is one of your ex-teammates, our good friend Eugene Buddy McNaughton.
Yep, and we even flew him in from Los Angeles, California. We're able to interview him at the halftime. So
yep,
yeah,
Buddy's going to join us. He came in to watch his high school play, and tomorrow you guys are going to go down to the Husker game.
Yep, we usually plan on a Husker game every year. So and next year we're planning on one in Southern California.
Absolutely.
And the Huskers take on the Trojans.
Well, I have 3 tickets for you. I'm using the other one. Well, I have 2 for you guys.
We'll be good with 2.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey the last 3 weeks. I've been grounded by my wife. No more football trips for a while.
Maybe bowl season.
Yeah, well, we'll see. So 17-0 to Johnston Dragons lead. East High's had some plays. A couple of them been called back for penalties, just missed on a long pass. But if there's a drive right now, this is the key drive of the football game.
And one thing East has done all year in the first 8 games, they've hit big strike pass plays too, and they were close to having one early, but one of those could be huge too.
Cal looks, has Stewart. Richard's going to make a good catch, lean forward, get forward progress to the 35-yard line, and that's a nice play by a couple of good, young, talented football players.
Yeah, and we've also seen him kind of run the ball in different situations where we haven't seen him run the ball a lot this year, and maybe trying to, catch Johnston off guard, but it hasn't worked so far.
Cal Jepson is an uncommon sophomore. Not a very big guy, but a powerful arm. Zips it over there to Williams. That's a first down right there. And we've said it. If Cal was 6'1", 6'2", oh my.
He really gets the ball out good. And he throws the ball good. And same thing with him. He's quite a baseball player and had a good freshman year on the varsity. So I think sometimes there's a quarterback correlation between shortstops and third basemen.
Well, he has the savvy, and he likes to compete. Fires that one, and this time just a little long for Stewart as he had to reach out and catch that one. Had he caught it, probably could have fallen forward to the first down, as this is a key drive with 7:48 to go, second quarter, down 17-0. The East High Black Raiders need something good to happen right here. They go with trips towards us. Stewart's a lone receiver right there. They go to Williams. He makes the catch, bobbles it, falls forward to the 40-yard line. So here's that short passing game we thought we would see, 2nd down and 4, 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, just the way the defense of Johnston designs, it's like that's what you can. It's kind of like a running game for East, a short running game. Getting 5-6 yards, and we thought they'd go right to that right away.
Big play of the series right here. 3rd down, long 4 for the East High Black Raiders. Cal Jepson fires that one. Nobody's going to pump fake and bring it right up the middle. And that's what we talked about, that savvy play. He saw the big defensive end at 6'3", get his hands up, pump fake, kept it for first down.
Yeah, nice little move up the middle. And I tell you what, he's really worked on that slide.
Oh, boy. Indeed. We want to see him play the next couple years.
I'm telling him to lower his shoulder and hit somebody.
No. We want to watch this kid play. So 7 minutes to go, big first down. Cal's going to keep it again, slides through there nicely, and that time he wish he would have gotten down because he took quite a pop right there. But the young sophomore is going to pop up as Daniel Greider, the senior defensive back, 5'11", 175, made the hit. What kind of market spot is that as they moved it back a full yard here on 2nd down? This officiating crew, there's something else.
Yeah, the quarterback run game is actually the way they throw is there's been some areas where they can utilize Cal to run the ball too.
Caleb Williams ought to copy that just a little bit after last week's debacle. Holy smokes, now we got to delay a game. We haven't thrown a flag for a while, so we'll probably get a series of this from these guys. Ball moved back, and East High, a key drive right now from 2nd and 5 back to 2nd and 11.
Yeah, penalties, just they kind of kill you, sit you back a little bit, get you out of your rhythm and down in distance.
Stewart's going to go to the right with John Yates. We haven't heard a lot from John. Logan Dolphin also over there. Michael Williams nearest us as they go spread right here. Wagger, the lone back. Jepson, the quarterback, looks for Miles. Going to set up the screen, going to bounce back, throws across his right, and wise job by Richard Stewart just to knock that one down.
Yeah, just looking to get it out of there. So yeah, the screenplay really hasn't set up. They've scouted that screenplay because they used to try it 4 times, and that's been a big money play for them all year.
Oh boy, remember last year it was over and over. They made big plays when they took the lead against Centennial down in the playoff game using the screenplay. But now it's 3rd down and 12, and East High had another promising drive hurt by a penalty. Dolphin, the slot man to the right, he's a big target on these 3rd down and 12. John Yates, and they're going to have to call timeout as Coach Winklepleck knows this is an important game. They want to get it figured out when we come back on Metro Sports Television. 3rd down and a key 12 yards here for East High when we come back on Metro Sports.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
In Sioux City, see Mark Johnson at 329 West 20th Street.
Thank you to Mark Johnson for helping us bring these football games here tonight. Last night we were up at Harrisburg. Saw a great game, 19-17. Harrisburg beat Old Norman.
That. Boy, just a beautiful stadium too. That just looks like, for high school, nice stadium. Boy, that's
and a full crowd and a big crowd. Big metrics last night as our Sioux Falls crew at Metro Sports, Brad Newitt and his guys, do such an outstanding job. Riley Lillenquist, Mitch McCumber over doing the Hinton game. Playoff game here tonight. We'll get some scores for me here. Big third down play right here. Cal Jepson looks, going to scramble. He's going to be caught from behind, loses the football. I think he was down as that time. There's one of the rare sacks as Robert Boley comes in and played like a bully at 6'2", 225, makes the play right there. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, there was some good pressure coming in there. So yeah, he hasn't got sacked much, but they got to him there.
Just couldn't quite evade. It's going to bring up fourth down, and this punt return team, Coach Winkelpleck was worried about special teams, and we've seen two big punt returns by the Dragons as they step back. With Tate Proctor, he had one of those, as did J.J. Shaw. So both of those guys can really return those. Snap is good, kick is high, and that one is a bomb. Knocked out, tail dragger, caught by Shaw at the 18-yard line, trying to get through there. Now it bounces to the outside, got a block in the back right there on Breifogel. There's the flag. Shaw's going to go, and he may go. Knocked down with the last man as Ghosh made the play, but we do have a block in the back that happened at about the 25-yard line, and we saw that one, and this one's coming back. Boy, I'll tell you what, these special teams for Johnston, they're outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, they had him corralled in. Those return guys have been effective for him.
Keegan Augustine this would be a major loss for the East High Black Raiders as he's hobbling off and getting help. Keegan's a tough kid. He's an all-state defensive end at 6'4", 235, and he would be a major loss for the East High Black Raiders. The flag was thrown at the 26-yard line, so we should be coming back quite a ways here. So this sizable East High football crowd, again, big student body showing up. 5-3 on the year. Expectations after last year's outstanding senior-laden football team, we didn't know what to expect, but this young football team has played quite well.
Yeah, they've really played well. I mean, regardless of the outcome tonight, they're going to end up with a winning record on the year, 5-4, and they just got a lot to build on for the future. They'll have a lot of returners coming back, and a really outstanding freshman class, and another 8th grade class below them that's got some really good players. So
3 freshmen play major roles on this team.
And going over the course of history, that just is uncommon. That is, I mean, I can't even remember a freshman even playing.
Back in our day, you were almost all seniors. It was rare for a junior to start.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 juniors.
Except for us, right?
Yeah. Except for the few, the proud.
Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson joining you here tonight on a beautiful night for football. And we're seeing a very good football team. Noel turns, hands the football off to Barku, who has 1 touchdown run, trying to get to the outside. It's been feast or famine for this outstanding junior. 5'9", 180 pounds. He's going to be. He is a good one. He's going to be even better. Just a kid. Picks up 3 on the play, right there, and it's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, it'd be nice, if East could get a 3 and out here and get a good field position and try to get a score right before half.
James Hogenkamp made the tackle right there. Hoagie, just one of those big sophomores. He's going to be something else. 6'3", 225, just a sophomore.
Yeah, and we know how good his brother was.
Oh, boy.
Big body playing for Morningside now. And
4:12 to go. Barku, they're going to try to go. This time he gets to the outside, and he has running room. Going to get to the angle there and making the tackle for East High. And we got a penalty flag. Imagine that. A.J. Flemister saved a touchdown.
But I think we got a hold over there on the play side.
So they hadn't thrown some flags here for a while, but now we've had 3 in the last 5 plays, and that's usually quite common for this crew. They love to throw their flags. Always have. So this one's coming back, and it's a big break for the East High Black Raiders. As Johnston working on that run game.
Yeah, and this will back them up and put them at 2nd and long here.
This Johnston football team, if you get them first round,
Oh, yeah. They could.
That would be a concern.
Well, this is the team that took Southeast Polk, the 2-time state champs and #1 in the state, right down to the wire to a 3-point game. So
Beat Valley, lost a couple tough ones in Ankeny. Waukee on a late fumble while they were downing the ball. Nuss, the quarterback, the junior, turns, going to look long, fires it out there, has his man Simpson, and he's got it. And the big University of Minnesota recruit has a big gain right there as they pick up the better part of 47 yards. Good pitch and catch right there by the Dragons.
Oh, yeah. That was a nice route, and he put it right on the money. So
Minnesota picked up a good one.
Yeah, that's a good about 40-yard pass completion. And
6'5", 225, and he can run. Here's a handoff going to the outside. Might have another hold as the East High. Keegan Augustine's back on there as Minson Martin gets the call. And the 5'10", 195-pound battering ram slams it forward for 2 yards. Good to see Keegan back in the football game.
Yeah, good to see him moving and playing. And the last one, it wasn't bad coverage. He was, just a step with him, but it's just a big target, and he runs a nice route and good hands.
And what a throw.
Nice, yeah. I mean, you got the throw there, too, so, yeah, that helps.
We really enjoyed scouting this Johnston football team on tape, and where we both were talking the same thing we said. We're solid.
Yeah,
They're just very good at everything. Here's a handoff, and smashing it forward is Martin. They can go with 2 tailbacks here, and that really helps, as they'll go with Barku and Martin, with Barku being the faster of the two, Minson Martin being the bigger and stronger of the two.
And they're both kind of physical and powerful, but Barku a little more wiggle.
And D'Angelo checks in here on a key play right here. The East High fans on their feet. They're still in the football game. This is a big play right here, though. 3rd down and 7. Nuss tries to draw them off. Didn't get that. Now he's going to set back. So big play for this young East High Black Raider defense. Nuss now gets set. Going to roll, a little counter draw, trying to get the outside is Barku. He's going to be brought down. Good play. Hogenkamp came in there nicely to break up the play, and then cleaning it up was Augustine and Pittenger.
Yeah, Pittenger finishing up there, but great play by Hogenkamp, getting upfield, throwing him off, and Augustine coming over and finishing him off. So that's a big stop.
It certainly is, with 2:33 to go right there, as they took the big pass play, and it looked like it was getting away from the East High Black Raiders, but this young defense held strong. Dane Milton back, and there's another kick, and I'll tell you what, they are sound at every facet. The ball is going to be down at the 1. How do you do? Did they say he stepped in the end zone? They did. Oh, that's a tough break right there.
Quite a break, yeah. I think you just got to, if you step on the line, it's comes out to the 20. That's a big
quite a
big
punt
step on the line. Nice
by
punt, though.
Willis Cypress, and it's going to be, oh, nope, they're going to say it is down at the foot 9.
Oh, wow.
So.
I thought he was waving his hand like it was a touchback.
Yeah, well, they'll say it's down, so now they're going to move it up. No, they'll get it figured out. This crew, they're more adventure than the game. 2:11 to go. Cal Jepson, the quarterback, had a good drive going, but it was stalled again by penalties. And with 2:11 to go, we'll probably see some of the short passing early. Maybe they'll take a shot.
Yeah, maybe take a shot. And, you get some one-on-one out here. If you get a one-on-one matchup, there's two really fast, good receivers with good hands and good frames here, Williams and Little. So
Williams nears us. They're going to go with a little pitch right here and trying to go and diving forward, as East High goes with a little wrinkle right there with a little jet sweep, and jumping forward on the play was Austin Shepard, another one of those sophomores, and
he's got good speed. Look, I thought he got more, but they marked him down with a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, they like to do that. Move it back. Looked like he picked up 4. They're going to say 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. Little play action fake. Jeps is going to put it in and hit the deck, and wisely so, as a bunch of Dragons were saying, kid, we're going to let you have it. Tay Proctor, who's been very active from the secondary position right there, and I think Jeffs might have taken one in the head. Nope, they're going to call timeout, called by Johnston. When we come back, it'll be 1:32 to go, and a big 3rd and 8 for the East High Black Raiders.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally, by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson here tonight on a beautiful night. Our producer and engineer, Ryan Engel, doing such a great job, going solo for the first time. And he's doing a great job indeed as Metro Sports continues to bring you the best in high school sports throughout Northwest Iowa, Southeast South Dakota, and being seen here in Central Iowa through Central Iowa Sports Television. 1:36 to go, third down and 8. East High down 17-0. Has lost the game on field position, but right here they need something good to happen. Little boot, Jepson gets outside, going to turn, fires the ball caught. And John Yates is going to be short of his first down. Timeout Johnston. It'll be fourth down and a long two. Well, they moved it back another yard. Goodness sakes. We thought he was a little closer to the 29 than he was the 27, but
probably still would be punting. But yeah, but, you know, I tell you what, this defense is attacking. You know, they're and they were in the cover two there, and kind of the defense they had before was little one-on-one coverage on the outside, but there they were playing. They weren't going to give up anything over the first down. Double coverage on the outside guys, so it makes it tough. You know, you're rolling, and then that pressure comes in there a little bit quicker than most teams.
They are just a sound football team, not flashy in any way, shape, or form. Aside a couple, they'll go big on you every once in a while, but everything else, they just do it, and they do it well.
Yeah, and even besides maybe the Southeast Pole game, you know, this is, you know, like the pressure that they've been getting, you know, screen game, shutting that down, and the pressure to rush passes and stuff, coverage is really solid.
It's going to be very important that East High gets back and makes a tackle here, as Shaw has been able to make some nice returns, as has Proctor. They're back at their own 35-yard line.
Well, East is out there, Cal's out there, but then they used another timeout, so now they're out of timeouts.
Well, good play right there by the East High Black Raiders. A little gamesmanship there, making them burn that last timeout as they sent out their offense. We don't know if they were going to do it, but Wink might say, hey, you know, they will. Southeast Polk will get the football to start the second, or excuse me, Southeast Polk. Johnston will get the football to start the second half as well. So this is a pivotal part of the game as East High still in the football game.
You don't want to give up another score before half. So that's the one.
Nope, and then have to kick off to them to start the second half, and that's when things can get away from you a little bit. So this time, they are going to come out with a starting offense as Cal Jepson can kick the football. So they may try a pooch kick, they may not. Here on a key 4th and 3, we thought it was 4th and a little.
And there's nobody.
2. Jepson maybe try to draw him off, but this very well coached Johnson team is probably not going to bite on that.
I mean, you could have a quick out over there, but I mean, you still got to execute it.
So again, they're going to try to draw him off, and they're going to take the penalty, and nope, they're going to call a timeout right to it. So Coach Winkelplex trying everything, wants to stay in this football game, but
maybe a fake here, you know.
So we'll take another timeout. We'll take another timeout with them on Metro Sports. We'll be back. We believe East High will be punting the football.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
So East High will send out their punt team. Stay tuned for our halftime
And this punt return crew for Johnston's been really really good. They've got some good positive yards on all their punts, except for the penalty on the last one. Otherwise,
Shaw and Proctor are back there waiting at their own 30-yard line. Jacob Burrell, who is an outstanding kicker at 41, just gets that one out, tries to get the fake, not going to get it. Ball's going to take a bounce towards the 42-yard line of Johnston, and they'll have a first down and 10. And East High would like to get, with 1:19, would like to get to halftime just down 17-0. Again, they have to kick off to start the second half.
And the thing you got to worry about here, I mean, they got that big receiver that they've gone to when they wanted to, like I'd maybe get 2 guys covering that guy, maybe 3.
Simpson at Jacob Simpson.
Yeah,
he's 6'5", 225 pounds.
Yeah, and here he comes. Yeah,
he's coming nearer us. University of Minnesota signee, and they got a big game if you can stay awake and watch the Gophers. And Iowa have a punt contest. They're going to look for the big fella, and they fire it out there, and he makes a catch right there. Another good throw, and what a catch there.
Yeah, and good coverage there. I mean, that was just,
Richard Stewart all over it.
Nice catch, and he's quite a target.
He certainly is. That Big Ten West, they need a little offense, don't they?
Yeah, I think you give this Husker crew a year or two, and you're going to see all kinds of things going on.
Well, they're going to be a little offense coming from the West. Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA, they can put up points in a hurry.
Could change the whole dynamics of
oh, boy. It's 1:12 to go. Noel, the quarterback's going to step back, has time, fires it down the middle. This time, good pressure put on by East High Black Raiders right there as they came in and did get pressure on Nuss. Nice play. Number 29 in there, Kobe Flemister made the play.
Yeah, Flemister coming in there and put some heat. Almost got a sack there.
So that's going to bring up second down and 10. Simpson, again, nearest us. He is their go-to guy, but they've got a bunch of weapons on trips to the other side. They're going to look, middle screen, it's a beauty. I might have a hold right there as Arcu is going to go on a middle screen right there. Coach Winkelplex saw the hold right in front. He says, you guys throw your flag every other play, throw one there, and they didn't, and it's a first down.
Yeah, setting up the screenplay effectively there. And
Nick Darling got tangled up right there with Hogan Camp, and Coach Winkelplex is in the ear of the side judge. He said, you took one away from us, how about there? So, but well executed, first down. Noel, the quarterback's going to turn, a little draw play. This has been a big play. Barku's going to put it down, lower his shoulder, and goes about 18 yard to the 18-yard line. That draw play has really hurt.
When they get a first down, then it stops the clock. Rather you tackle them before the first down, you get that clock rolling. And
plenty of time, clock rolling, 47 seconds to go, first half, 17-0. Johnston on the move. Yes, efficient Dragon football team, and they are efficient. Nuss is going to look, throw the ball up for Simpson. This one gets away from him. Good pressure again by the East High Black Raiders, as coming in there was Pittenger to make the play, the sophomore. He's been active tonight. Got a little pressure on them, and
when you get some pressure, it alters the pass, So, we've got some good pressure here a couple times on this drive.
Will Nuss is he's a tough character back there. He'll step in and throw it, won't he?
He stood there and threw it, and just off a little bit.
Just a junior, 6'1", 185 pounds, so he'll grow a little bit, and Johnson's going to have a good football team next year. 30 seconds to go, second down and 10. They're good this year. Nuss looks, has all day this time. Now he's going to run it out, has some running room if he wants it. Going to lower his shoulders and knock down nicely as Keegan Augustine came up and made the tackle. And we got a penalty flag thrown. What do we got? Holding on East High, as they were holding maybe the receiver.
It's hard to say here. Good play. Boy, that was a good closing speed to make that tackle.
Keegan Augustine has had a standout career.
Yeah, good closing speed to make that tackle, but we'll see what they're coming up with here. They're talking it over.
I think they're going to have holding on East High. And boy, for a home game, just simply not getting the calls tonight, Jeps. What's going on?
I don't know.
I was just at Notre Dame. They get all the calls there.
They did get a lot of calls the other night.
Well, they deserved them. When you outplay somebody.
Yeah. USC just looked a little bit off. Notre Dame came out and played, yeah.
Well, the East High fans didn't like it, and Coach Winkelplex really doesn't like it.
Targeting.
East High not happy at all right there. Yes.
I wouldn't think it would be from the tackle because he tackled him from behind, didn't he?
Oh, I thought he pushed him more than hit him, but timeout called by Johnston, 22 seconds to go. Stay tuned for our halftime. We'll have our East High football legend, Buddy McNaughton, going to join us. Buddy, teammate, a buddy of yours, Eugene Buddy McNaughton. Going to be great to see him. Of course, he has his motivation company out in Southern California, and always good to see him. We're always contacting him, and big weekend for you guys. Football game here tonight. Husker game tomorrow.
Yeah, Huskers could get on a little run. That's what we're counting on. But I don't want to, I don't want to speak too early because over the last 5 years, for 30-some years, I could automatically say that. Yeah, it's a guarantee. But the trust is gone right now until they start winning some. But I like what Matt Rule's doing, and I think they got a good shot to get to a bowl game this year.
Couldn't have gotten any worse.
And the schedule seems to get easier every week if you start watching these teams.
Maryland's a good football team.
And then they lost to Illinois last week, who Nebraska beat by 13.
Maryland lost to Illinois last week?
Yeah, 27-24. So
I have not been home for a football Saturday in a month and a half. I've been at games, and when you're at other games, you don't really pay much attention. But
I think once Maryland hits the...
How did Illinois ever beat Maryland? Holy smokes.
Yeah, last week. So
Illinois.
It shocked me.
Beat a wet paper bag. So first down and 10 after the tough call on East High. Nuss turns, going to lob it up to his big man, little back shoulder throw, and we've seen that a few times, and they just toss it up there, and Simpson makes the play. What a combination. Nuss to Simpson again for the touchdown, 23-0 Johnston.
Yeah, tough call there. I don't know what the call on the targeting, you can't really see from here, but that was a nice play, pitch and catch, just kind of threw it back shoulder, and he turned around and snagged the ball.
Oh, they are fun to watch. So the extra point try for the Johnston Dragons, and again, they'll get the ball to start the second half. Got a flag here as probably offsides on East High. As almost went 10-15 plays without a flag, but they're back at it now. They've tossed one about every other play now, and let's see what their call is right here. Illegal substitution, I believe, is what he's calling, or he's turning on his mic. Oh, boy. They're going to add it on the kickoff. Legal formation. When we come back, Johnston will kick off. 16 seconds to go. They lead at 24-0.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today. H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com or call 258-SOFT today.
Welcome back, Johnston, with another nice drive, touchdown pass from Nuss to Simpson, their second connection of the night. Here's the kickoff as 16 seconds to go, and Dane Milton's going to pick it up with a head of steam. Dane's going to try to get outside, does, and brings it up to about the 27-yard line. No flags on the play, believe it or not, but only 8 seconds to go here for the East High Black Raiders, who played just the little things. We talked about special teams. We talked about winning on first down.
Yeah, and it's those little things you don't accomplish that get you in a hole, and they got themselves in a hole. And
two big plays called back. We had a mark, but bottom line, This Johnston football team is just solid.
And we knew they're going to be solid. So that, mistakes, you got to limit your mistakes, and you got to keep the game close. And, that's just kind of first half's gotten away from a little bit. But we'll see what happens. You got a whole other half. You got to finish the game.
Miles Wagner going to pop it up the middle for about 3 yards. That's going to end the first half with your score 24-0. The Johnston Dragons lead 24-0 here on Metro Sports. When we come back, we're going to have our East High football legend, Buddy McNaughton. Halftime score, the Johnston Dragons trying to get to the playoffs. They lead at 24-0 over the East High Black Raiders.
A little hot air for a while, just to mix things up.
Is your old air conditioner talking back to you?
Wait, what's that? Lennox brochures? You're replacing me?
Kalen's Indoor Comfort can fix your grumpy old air conditioner or replace it with an energy-efficient Lennox system.
Just because my coil's leaking again? Oopsie.
Sounds like a job for the experts at Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Call or visit us online. When you want comfort, you want Kalen's.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
You don't just play, you game. United Sports Academy at CNOS Fieldhouse has every field for every player. 20,000 square feet of turf, 3 batting cages, volleyball courts, basketball courts, pickleball, and more. If you got game, you got to get to United Sports Academy. Challenge yourself and sign up for programs, teams, or even rent the facility. Lessons, sports clinics, and training for every athlete. Get your game on at United Sports Academy. Online at usportsacad.com.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
In Sioux City, see Mark Johnson at 329 West 20th Street.
Bob Rose presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Each year, a whopping 5 billion pizzas are consumed throughout the world.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of pizza.
Bob Rose knows pizza, and they know how to feed a hungry family. Pizza, wings, burgers, chicken, and more. Bob Rose, where good food and good times gather.
Fire up your taste buds. There are now 2 Peas to Please in Lamar's and now in Dakota Dunes. Grab a drink and treat yourself with our signature pizza, gourmet burgers, or an amazing pasta dish. Peas Pizza House in Lamar's and now in Dakota Dunes.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. The East High Band going to perform here in front of this big crowd who saw that this Johnston football team lead 24-0. Johnson jumped out after a tough defensive battle towards the end of the first quarter. A 27-yard field goal gave Johnston a 3-0 lead, and then things started happening. Big Nuss to Simpson for 2 touchdowns. A touchdown run by D'Angelo Barcu has made the score 24-0 in favor of Johnston. The winner goes to the Class 5A football playoffs. East High 5-3. And Johnston 4-4, but don't let that 4-4 record fool you. This is a very good football team. They lead here 24-0. When we come back, we will have our East High football legend, Buddy McNaughton, from the great 84-85 football teams from East High. When we come back on Metro Sports Television.
On strike till I get a big drink of refrigerant.
Is your old air conditioner talking back to you?
Can I get this dent looked at? I'm feeling a little woozy.
Kalen's Indoor Comfort can repair that grumpy old air conditioner or replace it with an energy-efficient Lennox system.
When's the last time you even hosed the dirt off my fins?
Sounds like somebody needs a little TLC. Call the experts at Kalen's Indoor Comfort for Lennox quality you can count on.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Telco Triad Community Credit Union is continuing our 78-year celebration with the following CDs. 36 months at 4%, 48 months at 4.25%, and 60 months at 4.5% APY. We also have 6 to 24-month terms, all with only $1,000 minimum investment. So call us today. Telco Triad. It's where you belong.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
We're at halftime here at East High Olson Stadium. Big crowd on hand. The Johnston Dragons lead 24-0. Each and every East High game, we bring you our East High football legend, and we have a special guest tonight, our good friend Eugene Buddy McNaughton, joining us from Southern California. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, friend.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be on this show because I'm a fan of this show.
Well, we really appreciate the support out there in Southern California. And your good friend Brian Jepson, you guys were kind of a dynamic duo back in the day.
Yeah, we kind of grew up together. We played baseball all the way up from, Pee Wee League, kindergarten on up. We played varsity baseball at East for 3 years. Buddy was like the batting champ for his senior year there, and he could really hit the ball. He could hit it deep. And then he started on the state championship team at right corner or left corner, one of the corners.
One of those two.
Yeah, one of the two. So, and started 2 years in the secondary at East on some great teams, and played college ball at Morningside football, and then he was kind of a fast-pitch softball legend too, I always used to go watch you play. But you did a good job with that softball. Those were kind of fun games. So,
Buddy, now living out in Southern California, just out there for 7 days, had such a great time. Never wanted to leave. My wife being the Midwest girl, she couldn't wait to get back. But so enjoyable. Tell us about your business that continues to thrive and all the things that's going on with you.
Well, first of all, I got to say, I have an immense feeling of pride just being here. Before we get into all that other stuff that nobody cares about, you're mentioning what side corner did I play on, Jepson. They usually put me where they were not throwing the ball, so that would give you the best idea of where I played.
So Dave Scogan was in it because he was more of the cover corner. He was the other corner, wasn't he?
Dave Scogan was the strong safety. He's listening right now, and I'm sure that he is filled with pride. Number 42, one of the hardest hitters out there, one of the funniest guys I've ever met. But yeah, just being here in this crowd right now, I had goosebumps walking in, and all I could think about was pride and tradition and standards of what Sioux City East football means, and that includes you two. Because of this show, it was your idea, Pat, because of the show now, myself and I'm sure hundreds, maybe thousands of others get a chance to experience East High football, and to hear Brian talk about, the legacy that he's built and the history he knows about these kids and about the tradition of the school, their dad's dads, makes this show so fascinating, and I rarely miss it. Even if I'm driving, doing something, I've got it playing in the background, so keep up the great work.
Well, we've always said there's no one that enjoys the game of football like this guy to our left, Brian Jepson.
He's pretty good.
And the stories that he tells and the legacy, and our East High football legend, which you are tonight. We have each and the names of East High. Bill Lewis, the Nebraska All-American NFL player, the Croston boys, all Big Ten NFL players, Wagger, Prout. You can go on and on with all these great players at East High.
Alan Burns, we had him, and then we have the Schultz boys, John Schultz and Greg Schultz, great running backs. And I ran into Greg Schultz a couple weeks ago at Morningside game, so thinking about that, the 40-year reunions next year, so we're hoping maybe we could have a big show next year for Metro Sports, having our 40-year state championship reunion.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do that.
A name that's remiss, someone who watches a lot. Westfall, the great Wyoming player. He listens, and the great linebacker. Such tradition. And you're always good about telling us Walt Fiegel stories. Is there anyone that sticks out at any halftime? There's probably so many, but does anything ever stick with you, buddy?
Well, so here's some of my friends that are listening right now. Mike Crone, Scott Mayer, Jeff Croston's listening, Kevin K. What's up, boys? I know they're out there. I don't know where they are in the world, but they're listening right now. One of my favorites, talk about standards. We were getting ready on a Saturday. We were just stretching out after a game. And we had a player on our team named Eddie Gokenauer, who was, everybody knew he was All-State. Everybody knew eventually he was going to play at Iowa. It was just like destiny. And he was just so tough on the field.
Great linebacker, correct?
Great linebacker. And went on to play at Iowa. We're stretching out, and everybody's, we're supposed to be stretching in cadence, and Gokenauer was just kind of slacking off. And Walt Fiegel came up to him and said, Eddie Gokenauer, with that kind of work ethic, you couldn't start for Briarcliff College. Now, Briarcliff didn't have a football team at that time, so no offense to any Briarcliff fans out there, but in that day, that was a funny story. But that was the type of work ethic that was required. That was the type of discipline that was required. Walt Fiegel always said this, at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, and the end of the year, I can teach you how to I can tell you how to get to the dome, but we got to take the back roads. And what he meant was we were smaller, we were not as fast, we were not as strong, but we had this grit. That 83 through 84, 85, 86 team, eventually the 84 state championship. And it was a bunch of guys that worked together. No super outstanding stars. Of course, there were the Burnses and the Schultzes and the McNaughtons. I'm sorry, the Croston.
The Jepsons.
But it was. And everybody said we'd get better with age, and we've got,
oh, man.
Yeah, we just got better with age. And, and the one thing he also did, too, is like, the most in the summer workouts, the most important we needed to work out was Friday night, because that's when we played. So it was like mandatory that we worked out on Friday nights. He goes, because you better up here working out, because that's when we're going to be playing on
Friday night, 6:45 in the morning, every morning. It's funny, what Jepson said, I was walking in here with Jennifer, my wife, and I thought there was going to be more people here, to be honest. But now, granted, this is Ames, so the visitor side is Johnston's visitor side is fairly open. But in my mind, I remember a day when not only all the stands were full, Cheapskate Hill was full, but the track was full of people. Like somebody said, there was like 10, 12,000 people here. Now, I might be exaggerating that, but I might not, because in my mind, what George Costanza say, it's not a lie if you don't believe it is.
That's what he said.
Buddy McNaughton, our East High football legend, our good friend at Metro Sports Television. Tell us a little bit. I know your business has just been thriving. You're on the road a lot. Tell us about it.
I'm building a ground engineering company. It's an expansion company out of Finland that I consulted for 3 years, and they've asked me to come in and do it. It's been a very tough thing because I know nothing about ground engineering. So that usually is, but what I do know is business. And I know how to hire good people and smart people. So we're making a go of it. We're battling the big boys. We just beat the big boys on a big federal government contract, stuck it in their rear end. So I thrive on David versus Goliath, and that's what I teach my team every day. Is like you don't have to be big to act big. And now it's starting to prove out. Like helping people believe in something bigger than what they see is really one of the keys to leadership. So we're doing that right now, and we'll see where it goes.
Always the competitor.
Always the competitor. There's always a reason. There's always an edge. I'm always the underdog. There's always somebody I want to beat. That's how it goes.
Buddy McNaughton, our East High football legend, his teammate, his good friend Brian Jepson. Big day for you guys tomorrow.
Yep.
Right.
Heading down to Husker.
We usually do make a yearly deal out of this, and comes back for a game. So yeah, we're looking to have a good time down in Lincoln. My niece is down there, and we got some tailgates we're going to go to. So and it's going to be a 75 sunny day, beautiful day, and I think the Huskers are going to get a good win.
Real quickly, buddy, you saw the first half. East High, a young football team. They're playing a very solid, good football team. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I'm really focusing on Cal Jepson because of, I've kind of, through Brian and through Jeff, have known him. And, I was thinking about today, like, you're really honoring Brian, your mom and dad, like Ron and Nancy, that started with you. really being an outlier on the football, baseball, every sport you touched, you were a stallion at, and then taking it to Jeffrey, and now, Cal at, what is he, 15, 16 years old, starting as a sophomore. I mean, that's unheard of. You got freshmen starting. I am so excited to see what this team does over the next 3 years, and evidently there's another great freshman, 8th grade, 7th grade.
From Gomez, Gomez,
Yep.
and he coached that. So, no, there's a lot of good football players coming, and the development this year is good. And no matter what happens this game, they're going to end with a winning record, and they can build on that. And I think the future looks bright for East High football and Coach Winkle play.
Tonight's East High football legend, Eugene Buddy McNaughton. Thanks for joining us, my friend.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Hey, everybody out there, I'll see you when I see you.
Buddy McNaughton joining us. We'll be back right after this. This is Metro Sports Television. East High trails 24-0. We'll have the second half for you right after this.
Banking isn't just about financial products. It's about service and what we can do for you. Those personal touches are at the core of who we are at Central Bank. Decisions are made locally by people who get to know you. And while a lot has changed since 1877, we're still committed to our customers and to being the best bank in every community we serve. Central Bank, member FDIC.
Bob Rose presents Do You Know Pizza? The exciting trivia game where if you don't know pizza, just wing it. True or false? Each year, a whopping 5 billion pizzas are consumed throughout the world.
Mamma mia!
Welcome back. Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson, our good friend Buddy McNaughton. Good to see Buddy.
Oh, yeah. Yep, glad he's in town, and it should be a good weekend.
Okay. We'll be back right after this with the second half.
What's going on?
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
Okay, welcome back. We're going to be audio only for this just 1 second here as we're got tonight we just went with one camera. We had crews out last night, and tonight we're kind of going with a skeleton crew here tonight. So hang with us for audio only on this first possession with Johnston. And Jeps in the first half, kind of what we thought as Johnston threw the ball for 156 yards, ran for 75. Just a solid football team.
Solid team, good balanced attack, and East. We're hoping they could. They got a couple stops early, and if they could. The offense for East has been pretty effective this year scoring, but this Johnston team has shut them down tonight.
Will Nuss goes out to a quick out to his big target, Sampson, and the big fella going to the University of Minnesota makes the catch, leans forward for about 9 yards. Jacob Simpson, had two touchdowns. 6 catches, 126 yards, 2 TDs for the big guy.
Yeah, phenomenal looking athlete, and you can see the ball's anywhere in his area, he's going to haul it in.
So second down, a short 2. They hand the ball right up the middle there, and this East High Black Raider run defense has not done too bad. D'Angelo Barcu, who gained 53 yards in the first half, including a touchdown, leans forward for the better part of 2 yards. Going to be short of his first down, just 1 yard short. It'll be 3rd down and 1 right now, and we've got a little penalty flag, and they'll get this sorted out. So 3rd down, they're going to call offsides on East High, and this group, as our video is back on, so thank you for taking care of it. Back to the old radio days just a little bit there, Jeff.
Just for a couple plays, but now we're back and rolling, so in this high-tech world we live, it doesn't take long.
Thanks for joining Pat Schultz, Brian Jepson on Metro Sports Television as 1st down and 10. For the Johnston Dragons. Winner goes to the Class 5A playoffs, 4-4 Johnston, but they're a very dangerous football team. Little play action fake, rolling, looking long, goes to the short man, and good coverage that time by Richard Stewart for the East High Black Raiders, and Dane Milton, who had the coverage on the big Sampson fella and did a nice job.
Yeah, it's Stewart coming over tonight, playing some defense, with that terrible injury last week to the freshman
Kason Claiborne,
who's just an outstanding young man. So we hope Kason gets healed up real quick. Great baseball player. He was hitting home runs as an 8th grader this year. So he's going to be a major force for this program going forward. 2nd
down and 10. Handoff to Barcu, and he's going to lean forward for about 4 yards on the play. The run defense for this young East High Black Raider front four. They've held up pretty good against a good offensive line for Johnston.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've noticed. East defensive front, they've actually, where they've been kind of hurt this year, is giving up big plays running. And the run defense has been pretty good, and they've been getting bit by some of these pass plays, but good coverage. But these receivers, he puts the ball right in the money, and
we're going to see
plays.
It here. Number 77, Colton McLish. A 6'5", 305-pound sophomore. That ball's deflected. The ball's going to be intercepted and then dropped as they were fighting over it. Had a chance for the pick. The ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and it would have been a big break for East High. A.J. Flemister had his hands on it.
Yeah, there was a lot of room to run, too. Looked like that receiver took off way early. But surprised these officials didn't catch that. But the interception should have happened there.
Yes, and they don't throw their flag. We're appreciative indeed. So East High held on that initial possession by Johnston, and they'll punt. They haven't punted. This is their 3rd punt. Man, they have a really good punter. The ball is kicked up there nice and high and drops into the end zone as they'll take over, as Will Cyphers has done a nice job, the senior kicker. He's got quite a leg on him, both place kicking and punting.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job kicking.
So East High will take over. They trail 24-0. They've had a few things go their way, but penalties have taken them back a few times as each time they've made a play, they've had it called back as Miles Wagger has 8 carries for 26 yards on the day. He's out here looking for the wheel route. He's there if he can get it, and they overthrow it.
Yeah, it was a nice design there, and he came open, and just led him a little too much. It overthrew him. So
Kel Jepson, 9 out of 15 in the first half for 57 yards. Didn't tell the whole story. Had 2 big plays called back, and just missed what would have been an 80-yard touchdown play, and that was a big one right there. Little wheel route, and Miles Wagger was there, and just simply couldn't connect. So Wagner's going to fire the hitch pass to Stewart. He's going to get hit hard, fumbles the football, and Johnston picks it up. And Richard Stewart is down. He was hit hard. And coming up with the play was Jacob Helgeson, a junior linebacker, 5'3", 195. He came up with the tackle, the strip, and the fumble. Big play for Johnston.
Yeah, they rallied to the ball and put some licks on him, and he couldn't hang on to it. And yeah, it's a bad break for the Black Raiders. Any thoughts getting back into this game?
Again, we'd love to show you our instant replays here tonight, but we're going with skeleton crew. Only one camera tonight. Normally we've got 3 to 4 working, but tonight we're all over the place.
Playoffs with the A and 2A and stuff like that.
Little revenge by my workers. They decided to take some time off. They deserved it after their this guy's been gone for a little bit. But so first down, Johnston, 20 at the 18-yard line. Little delay again and popping it up there, and again, good defense by East High as Barku got the call. Gets down to the 15-yard line, and good hit in there by Pittenger, who has been very active, has the sophomore.
Yeah, the young guys, we've got a holding here.
Yeah, we just gave the kudos to the big sophomore, Colton McLish, the 6'4", 305-pound sophomore. They got him for holding, and that big fella probably doesn't need to do that. Just needs pushing. He's got quite some upside.
He does.
So, another penalty flag. We've seen more flags tonight than we've seen in the last 3 games combined, but we saw that one in the crowd. 8:49 rolling on your Prime Bank scoreboard. 24-0. Johnston leads in a very efficient manner. Will Nuss is going to turn, uses that strong, powerful arm, throws a nice out pattern. The ball is caught. And just a nice little pitch and catch out there.
Huston with a nice little route and catch, and he's like a second or third go-to guy and does a good job of running good routes and catching the ball.
I'll tell you one guy that could probably get the football. Of course, he's known more for his defense, but J.J. Shaw, boy, I tell you what, when he has the ball in his hands, he's dynamic. He's split out with trips left. He is the middle receiver. Nuss is looking that way. He's going to go short, one-handed snag beautifully. And we got another flag as the side judge. I've never seen so many flags thrown with plays going away than this side judge. He likes to be part of the game, doesn't he?
Yeah, that was a nice one-handed snag there.
That was Adrian Broadhouse who made that nice one-handed catch, but I think that one's going to come back. Another ineligible receiver. I don't know how the heck that would happen unless it was a formation deal, and the formation looked pretty sound to me.
Well, with a quick throw too, it's hard to get 3 yards down. Or they said ineligible receiver, didn't they? So
ineligible, yeah. So they must have had a formation. I don't know. So second down and 16. Will Nuss, the junior quarterback, has had a solid night. Turns, hands the ball off. Another draw play. Good play by the Black Raiders as Hogenkamp made the initial penetration, and then a bunch of Black Raiders were waiting. Kobe Flemister, another one of those.
Yeah, they were doing a good job rallying the ball in the run game tonight.
Daniel Durio, who's we've seen very active tonight. He's been guarding the slot a little bit more tonight, but he came up and made the tackle. So it's going to bring down 3rd and 16, and you better watch out for Simpson right here.
Yeah.
We'll see where the big fella goes. Jacob Simpson has 7 catches for 137 yards. He is wide to the left. They're looking that way. They're going to go down the middle for him. It's incomplete as they try a little post play. He was open initially, but overled him, and they were going to have to kick the field goal here, and well in the range of Will Sofris.
Yeah, so we're looking at about a 40-yarder here.
Well, they've got it down at the 23. They'll place it at a 30-yard line. So, yeah, about a 40-yard kick right here. He's shown the leg. No wind really to contend with here on this beautiful night. There's a snap, the kick, and it has the distance indeed. And it is right down the middle.
Yeah, split it right down the middle. This guy's a good kicker.
He is. So 27-0, Johnston leads. When we come back, 7:19 to go here in the third quarter. East High Black Raiders have to come up with some offense.
When the thermometer drops or the snow falls, you better come in to Bombgars, where we've got what you need when you need it. Like batteries and booster cables, sand tubes, ice scrapers, and antifreeze to keep you mobile this winter. Bombgars is the place for ice melt and snow blowers, heated pet bowls, and keep you warm clothing, like insulated boots, gloves, coveralls, and coats of all kinds. From the Midwest to the Rockies, when the cold wind blows, Bombgars got you covered.
Welcome back. 27-0 is your score. The Johnston Dragons have just slowly, methodically taking control of this football game.
Yeah, and like you said, these guys getting into the playoff. I mean, they get in at 5-4, but they've had a really tough schedule. But yeah, I wouldn't want to play them, first round.
Oh boy.
They got a squad that really can beat anybody.
They did defeat West Des Moines Valley. They lost a 3-pointer to Southeast Polk. Lost 17-14 to Waukegan on a late fumble, which really hurt them as there's a kick in the end zone that will come back. And a couple of close losses to Cedar Falls and Ankeny. So, as you said, if you're going to draw them first round, you better do your homework.
Yeah, absolutely. So, they bring a good, solid, fundamentally sound team, offensively, defensively, and special teams.
We've seen a little mixture of offense tonight. East has gone out of their norms. They've tried to run the football a little more than normal, had some effectiveness with their short pass game. Jeff, what do you want to say on this possession?
Well, I like to see them kind of, I mean, they need a big strike, and they've been known for some big strike plays this year, and got several of them that they kind of need to get a big strike play to maybe get a little momentum going or hit something big. And
well, there's Richard Stewart back in the football game. Good to see that he's down there as he fumbled the football. That was very close. Good to see him back. They go with a little quick bubble screen, and Richard has himself his first down. And that's kind of what you want to see right here. As you said, that 4-4-3 defense played by Johnston does have some holes in it. They play it quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Miles Wagger popping it in there. Miles looking for a hole, falls forward 3 yards, loses the ball, and this time I don't think East High is going to have that luck. As that ball popped out, and it's going to be first down Johnston.
Oh, yeah. So ball security's been a real problem tonight, too, for the Black Raiders. And
Miles thinks he was down. Again, we're sorry we don't have the instant replay going for it tonight, as we're only doing one camera here tonight. And we won't have that on you, but I think the ball popped out that way, though Miles is vehemently telling his coaches he was down.
Yeah, and the one thing Johnston's done good, they got 2-3 defensive guys attacking the ball carrier, the receiver, and they pop the ball out, stripping it or hitting it. They attack the ball.
Mason Rothler, the center, snaps it back to Will Nuss. He's going to let it out there, and there's almost a great catch right there as Nuss put that one right where he needed to put it, and he just couldn't come up with it.
Oh, good placement. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds in the route.
The official did throw his hat down. I'm glad it was his hat and not his flag, as they tried to go to, I believe, Mitch Nag out there, and he couldn't come up with it, so it's going to bring up second down and 10 for Johnston. They lead 27-0. They turn that little draw play that has been effective, and it's going to work again. And that's a nice play, and a gain of 14 right there.
Yeah, he holds the ball, just enough time, and it opens up nice.
D'Angelo Barcoo brings it up. He's over to about the 80-yard mark here tonight, mostly on that little delayed draw, which they run extremely well, as Dominic Lepra and Nick Darling, a couple of big guys throwing the blocks in there. Also, Cohen Mack threw a good block right there.
Yeah, good middle draw with they used to call it the old Statue of Liberty almost.
Almost.
You know? Yeah, just kind of waiting there and handing it off. And
6:14 to go, third quarter. They're going to go right up the middle. I believe this is Martin, and he lowers his pads and slams it forward as that 1-2. Nope, that was Barku again, as this time he changed it up a little bit, and the little guy put his pads down.
Yeah, lowered the shoulder and plowed in there for the first down.
So 1st and 10. Again, as Barku is trying to get up to that 100-yard mark. Yeah, we got a penalty flag, so it's going to come back. So, as we said, this crew, we believe the theory is they are paid by the hour. So, that's why you see a lot of flags. So they call a hold. That's going to bring up a good gain. It's going to bring 1st down and 15.
Procedure. This is the procedure
call right there. And
late one, though.
The Johnston staff is throwing their arms down. They want to know where that one came from. But this is an equal opportunity officiating. They all throw their flags. It's just not one guy. 5:45 going, running the clock. Barku's going to bounce to the outside, cuts it back nicely, breaks a couple of arm tackles, and now East High defense might be getting a little tired, standing straight up and down and reaching there.
Yep, and being on the short end of the field pretty much all night.
They have played well. Dario made the tackle as Dane Melton helped out a little bit there.
I would think if we looked at starting field position tonight,
oh boy,
Johnston pretty much midfield and in. And
five times they've started in East High Black Raider territory, and tough to beat a football team that is as efficient and sound and well coached as this Johnston football team. Eventually they're going to get you. There's a procedure call right there. That one's pretty easy to call, as Barku is working on their run game, which scares you because one of these times they're going to go play action.
Yep.
So that one's going to go back with 5:01 to go. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports Television. This is going to wrap it up for our Iowa broadcast this year. Tune into Metro Sports. We'll have South Dakota football up in Sioux Falls, the Metro Conference. Big games next week, including number 2 O'Gorman against number 3 Jefferson, and number 1 Lincoln against number 4 Roosevelt. So big games still going on Metro Sports Television. Brad Newitt, our Metro Sports crew, fires, ball caught again nicely. Shaw makes the catch. He's going to fall forward, has himself his first down. That was a nice play right there.
Yeah,
nice pitch and catch.
That little hook zone area has been wide open for Johnson pretty much all night, and he puts the ball right on the money, and they've been effectively getting 7, 8, 9 yards per catch on that play.
This offense is so tailor-made for their quarterback. They do a nice job of using his strengths.
Yeah, he's got a good, strong arm, can throw the ball. He runs the offense really well. He can throw a deep ball. We haven't seen him run much, but I know he's probably a pretty good runner too. But he doesn't run too much.
4 minutes to go. Handoff, trying to bounce outside. Penetration by East High. Cut back. They are tired, as Barku's just going to put his shoulder in and go in and score to make the score 33-0 right there. As D'Angelo Barku having a big night.
Yep. Defense getting a little tired, and then he runs hard, so he gets harder to tackle.
So the extra point attempt will come up. 33-0 is the score, and Johnston is well on their way to earning a playoff berth, and they're going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, they semis last year. A team like this gets hot too towards the end of the year too, and the way they're playing, executing, like we talked about. They could make a good run in the playoffs.
Snap is good. The kick is even better. I think it landed in the Missouri River to our west there. And that makes the score 34-0. The East High Black Raiders trail this outstanding Johnston football team when we come back on Metro Sports.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
If you'd like to advertise on Metro Sports Television, we have great packages for all our advertisers. You get 4 to 6 30-second per broadcast spots. You also get live reads as an exclusive advertiser. You're also included on our scroll list. And depending on package, your logo can be on the watermark all game long. That's Metro Sports Television. If you'd like to advertise, please let us know. Here's a kick, long and deep. Dane Milton's going to have some running room, has a hole, pops it up there, and he gets to the 27-yard line. And a good run by Dane Milton. And a nice tackle right there by J.J. Shaw. Or Dane may have gone for 6.
Yeah, no, he had a good burst there. And would have been nice to get him a little field position. And let's see if this Black Raider, offense has been so good all year can, get some points on the board. They've been known for putting points up all year, and this game they've been shut out.
Tonight's football game is presented by Jamie Pick of American Family Insurance. Go see Jamie for all your insurance needs. And also a big thank you to Manly Obick Chiropractors. If you need a body adjustment, and the way this Johnston team's been hitting on defense, go see Manly Obick and Cole Miller. Thank you to Prime Bank, sponsor of the Prime Bank scoreboard, which says 34-0 right now, so 1 point away from running clock. Here's a little jet sweep. We've seen this run before. They cut it up, and this sound Johnston defense, they just do not bite on anything. They just play their, they do their assignments, and they do them well, and they tackle extremely well. That's one thing you and I talked about
when we watched them. They stretch the field up there, they don't give it many seams, cutbacks there. Yeah, they play good sound assignment football.
And we like how they tackle. They tackle very well. Very well-coached football team. Tanner Downs, a junior, another one, made the tackle from his cornerback position. Held Jepson patiently, waits, throws the ball right there. That ball needs to be caught. And we got a late hit right there. And that one's going to be 15 yards in. Kind of a perplexed play there as Max Minix, a sophomore, is going to be flagged, I think, for targeting. And I think
a hit to the head or something, or clothesline to the head.
It did not look intentional. I think Max was just
in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Max is a big kid for a sophomore, and he certainly looks the part. As this is a young football team, and they're just going to keep getting better and better. Max Minx is a 6'3", 195-pound sophomore. Oh boy,
good sized kid. Yeah,
he's got a lot of football ahead of him. But that's going to give the East High Black Raiders a first down. They've struggled on offense here tonight against this, you'd like to call them the no-name defense, because that's kind of how they play. They're not spectacular, but they're awful good. As Dosh runs it up there to about the 48-yard line. JJ has a nice game.
Yeah, they got a lot of guys that rally to the ball and in on tackles. And been some good play by several guys on that defense.
Gain of 5 on the play. Logan Dolphin is in the game. He's to the right. He's been quiet tonight. 1 catch for the senior standout. He has 4 touchdowns on the season. But right now it's hard to go. Here's JJ looking, turning, finds some yardage, crosses midfield. First time we've said that for a long time for the East High Black Raiders, as he gets to the 49-yard line of Johnston, who is starting to sub very liberally, as they should, to get their team ready. It looks like they're well in hand here, so they're going to get some of those young kids in there and give them some playing time.
Yeah, get opportunity and get some reps.
You bet. Stay healthy for their next game. Aiden Rose, another sophomore, made the tackle. There's a pitch out on 3rd and 1, and Jeps, you're struggling with the short yardage plays tonight.
Yeah, there's it hasn't been much in the short yardage run game to get a yard.
Can't go sideways no matter what, who's in there for this Johnston football team, and they're going to be short of the first down, so it's going to be 4th down and a long yard.
No, you need to hit it right up the middle, no side, but you need a yard here. You got to lower your shoulder and just drive through that line if you're going to run it.
Micah Cook, a junior, plugged that one up. They hand the ball to, he's going to have his first down. There's a good run. That time as the East High offensive line came off the ball a lot better that time as Luke Vanderwitty, the outstanding senior tackle, made a nice block.
Yeah, and he's had a good, Luke Vanderwitty, he's been a solid last year, this year on that offensive line. He's looking at playing some college football. I know he's looking at Northwestern College here in Orange City.
So Cal Jepson, the young sophomore quarterback, is going to go with the power play as JJ's getting some rhythm going. He's going to fall forward to about the 40. Good gain on first down as this East High Black Raider team is going to have a bunch of good players coming back with experience. Certainly the sophomore freshman level. Good teams coming up. Such a well-coached 8th grade team. And,
yeah, it's been some solid coaching down there at the middle school level for several years, so yeah.
50 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 34-0 is your score. East High on the drive. Jepson steps back, gonna go big, has a man out there. It's Richard Stewart, he's got it. Penalty flag goes down, but that isn't gonna matter as Richard Stewart makes the catch and Cal Jepson throws a strike and goes over 100 yards passing here again tonight.
Yeah, that puts him over 100 for every game, and like I said, he's had a good year throwing the ball, and those two have hooked up a lot.
Richard Stewart with a beautiful catch. He came off and they moved the ball back all the way to the 2-yard line. Oh boy, this crew. And Jeps is, the officials over yelling at the East staff for some reason as they're going to take the play there. No, they've got it figured out. Just move up there so we can get some rhythm and put it in. The human rain delay. The officials. 30 seconds to go. East High has a chance to put it in the end zone. Some nice running from J.J. Gosh, and then a big strike right there from Cal Jepson to Richard Stewart. They got a first down at the back outside the 2-yard line. I don't know how on earth the ball got moved back that far, but so East High trying to put it in the end zone. With their first big drive, JJ's going to pop it in. Touchdown, East High.
That avoids a shutout. Never get shut out. So
you certainly don't.
And that avoids a shutout. So yeah, nice little drive there. Nice big pass play from Jepson to Richard Little, which we've seen a lot this year, and Gosh finishing it off with a nice tough run.
So Jacob Burrell will be in to kick the extra point. Seen him punt it a few times tonight. Haven't seen that powerful place kicking leg as he gets set. Jacob Jr.'s had a standout career, and of course we're going to get
it's been his third year. He's been kicking since he's a freshman, so
really has, and averaging 41 yards a punt this year too. So he comes back, got an offsides called on Johnston, and they'll probably go for 2. We think. Yep, here comes the starting offense. So they're going to move the ball to just inside the 2-yard line. And Cal Jepson's going to come out, put his helmet on, get things strapped up, and chance for a 2-point conversion right here. They run the same play. JJ's looking, and he's going to run smack into a bunch of Dragons and not going to get it. So that'll make it 34-6 when we come back on Metro Sports Television. 21 seconds to go, third quarter. East High Black Raiders with a nice offensive drive that time. 34-6 when we come back.
Up to your neck and trying to swim through confusing insurance policy choices? Well, before you drown in coverage you don't need, contact Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. Ryan will help you assess your immediate and also long-term needs so you can clearly choose options catered to your home, personal property, or financial future. Contact Ryan and review your coverage today. 605-377-6776. Don't drown in coverage that you don't need. Stay afloat with Allstate agent Ryan Stussy. 605-377-6776.
So a 75-yard touchdown drive by the East High Black Raiders to get on the scoreboard. Jepson, that's nice, efficient. That's the drives we've seen all year.
Yeah, no, they've moved the ball through the air quite a bit and had some big play strikeability. So we've seen a lot of that this year. I know that Johnston's been rotating some guys in and out, but you still want to execute. And like we said, this is a young team. This team's only going to get better in the years, but next year these two teams play again, and Johnston's going to be a force to be reckoned with too next year.
Absolutely. Of course, that game will be down in Johnston. Thanks for joining us on Metro Sports Television, and our good friends from Central Iowa Sports Television for picking up the feed. So those of you from Johnston could stay home tonight, though. It wasn't a bad travel. Boy, coming back from South Bend last weekend, all those fields nice and brown, and just an absolute beautiful drive.
Oh, yeah, great time of year to travel.
Look out right here as popping out again. Oh, he doesn't want to go down, and he's gone. So Tate Proctor is gone. So Proctor, who has had a big night for the Dragons.
Has a bigger night now.
Oh, boy.
Kick return. Nice kick return, yep.
98 yards, touchdown. Tate Proctor, senior. And that was a thing of beauty. He simply did not want to go down.
No, two times he looked like he was bumped into to go out of bounds, but he just kept his stride. And
I had him thought he was going to go down at about the 24. Then I thought he might run out of bounds, but Tay says, nope, I'm going to have a big one. So add that to his 34-yard punt return, and he's had quite a night. We got a fire drill going on outside as East High wasn't quite ready as special teams, and I think the Black Raiders are getting a little tired. So on the flip side, that kickoff return for the Johnston Dragons will also help them in this fourth quarter, because now they can almost easily play their second team both offensively and defensively.
And if he hits this extra point, it would
put it to 35.
So we would have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
And that doesn't hurt when you're 3.5 hours away from home.
Nope.
So Johnston has just been relentless tonight. And they're also going to change kickers tonight, so they're going to get a little work on their place kicker. I really enjoyed watching Will Cyphers kick, both punt and kick.
He knocked that 40-yarder right down the middle. That was a nice, so.
Kick goes up and good by number 43, who's in the game. We don't even have him on our roster. So. Well, and nevertheless, the Dragons lead 41-6. When we come back on Metro Sports, we'll have running clock. One last play here in the third quarter.
Widespread respect and admiration felt for someone or something on the basis of a perception of their achievements or quality. It's a name that speaks for itself. Prestige is something you earn. It's where quality counts since 1975. And we improve ourselves at every chance by working with customers every step of the way. Visit either Prestige Collision Center's location today, where it's more than just a name.
Thank you to our good friends from Prestige Collision Center for being a proud advertiser on Metro Sports Television. Join us for a bunch of basketball coming up featuring Raz Vanderloo and his going to be a highly ranked East High basketball team, and our good friends from Dakota Valley and their 53-game win streak. They are 10 games away from tying the all-time South Dakota State record. How about that, Coach Kleiss?
Coach Kleiss has done a great job up there. Coach Vanderloo, some outstanding teams at East, and he's just he's got to have one of the best win records in the state of Iowa. But it's hard to believe it's almost basketball season. It's like football season goes so quick.
Well, this weather has been so good this year.
Yeah, it's like you don't want it to end.
You bet. Dane, that one's going to get away right there from Chris Ford. Dane Milton had that nice return last time. He was going to go up and block. 4 seconds to go. This will run out the third quarter. But no, the weather has been so good this year. Yeah. It seems like the football season.
Well, it used to be like it seemed like they've upped the season in Iowa too. Like they start in August, like the last week.
Pretty soon we'll be playing the 4th of July. Holy smokes!
maybe because we're so close to Canada, but some of those Texas state championships, they go all the way into end of December.
Oh, well, you never know about technology. Just got a text from our friends in Hinton that they've been getting our score. They've been getting our scoreboard because we switched computers today. We had to move staff around a little bit. Kel Jepson's going to turn and look. Fires. Ball's picked off and walking in for the touchdown as this one's getting away from Johnston or from the Black Raiders right there. As ball was fired out there, and big number 87, Micah Cook, the 6'7", 240-pound junior defensive end.
Just hit him right, yeah. You got it. And
maybe he's Simpson's replacement at wide receiver next year. So that makes it 47-6, chance for 48 as things are falling apart a little bit. And these Black Raider fans, many of them are grabbing their coats, and that's all enough on the last play of the third quarter. Kick is up, kick is good, and it's 48-6. When we come back to the fourth quarter, we'll have a running clock here at Metro Sports Television.
H2O for You is your water store. H2O for You is the solution for cleaner dishes, clothes, showers, and tubs, and water that tastes fantastic. Your water store will even test your family's water for free. And all of our equipment comes with free basic installation. Having issues with your current water system? Your water store services most brands. Have the clean, soft, great-tasting water your family deserves. Go to softwater.com.
So East High Black Raiders now trade 48-6 as things have just gotten away from them a little bit here. Gotten tired. Defense has been on the field a long time, and this Johnston team just they know how to play football.
Yeah, and sometimes when the game gets away, you see scores, even if in the NFL when the Dolphins played the Broncos. Once you get to a point, then it's like the effort, your mind, staying focused on the details of make a good game is just fall apart, and that's how big scores happen.
Indeed.
I was a part of those field wings, Wayne State. We went down to Pittsburgh State one time, and they returned the kickoff back for a touchdown, but there was a penalty on them, so we kicked it off again. We moved up even, and then they ran it back again, and it was just downhill from there. Back-to-back kickoffs, and it was like it was ugly early, and you can really lose focus in a hurry.
Thank you for joining us on Metro Sports Television. Again, just a skeleton crew tonight. We usually go with multiple cameras and have our scoreboard going and whatnot, but a lot of guys, it's been a long year. A lot of guys were going. We have people going to games all over. A couple guys on vacations, a couple revenge on the owner for leaving you guys for a month, but I'm back.
No, you got to take those opportunities to
for a while. We'll see. We'll see if the Trojans win this week. I'll get out to the Washington game. Dane Milton's going to put his head down, bring it up to about the 22-yard line. Or no, it was Chris Ford. Chris, the freshman's going to show some savvy and some toughness.
Yeah, he had an 82-yard kick return against Des Moines Lincoln a couple weeks ago, so he's got some wheels.
They do. This young football team for Coach Winkelblack is going to be something here the next couple of years.
And, granted, this game's gone bad for them, but, they've had a lot of good games this year, and they've done a lot of good things, and they got a lot of things to build on, and they can finish with a winning record.
Well, it becomes a numbers game. Last night I was at the Harrisburg-Gorman game. A couple of good football teams. Huge crowd at Harrisburg, one of our Metro Sports featured games with Brad Newitt and his crew. I went down on the sidelines a little bit to watch action as JJ's going to pop it up for about 11 yards. He's played well tonight, especially here in the second half. Went down there in O'Gorman. I counted 13 players in crutches or slings. So, it becomes a numbers game
of
attrition here at the end of the year. And for a young football team, sometimes, 9 games is enough. Here's, again, breaking it outside, and JJ is having himself half here as he's ran for over 43 yards here.
Yeah, and Wagner, he's been nursing an injury the last, 3-4 weeks. He's been getting in, but he's had some kind of injury he's been nursing where he just hasn't been 100%.
Well, he's just a junior, and Miles will be back next year, and no one will work harder at it than Miles Wagner. So first down, East High. They're trying to get things rolling here as Cal Jepson's going to try to get outside, get out of bounds there, kid. Attaboy. And we got a late penalty flag coming from the referee. And as I said, Cal makes a big play. We're going to call him back every time tonight on a home game with 10 minutes to go, 48-6. We're going to take away.
Yeah, now it's time you just probably keep the flag. I mean, keep the flags in your pocket.
I tell you, my theory about this crew getting paid by the hour, I think it's true.
It could be.
I don't know who's paying them, but I hope it's about $2 an hour. So 48-6 is your score. And we got a holding call for some reason. So Cal's going to restart. He's had some tough plays. They're going to set up a screen right here. They drop it off. And JJ's making some moves out there. And brought down. The one thing that stuck out when we were watching Johnston, when we were doing our homework on this game, is they are outstanding tacklers.
Yes,
I remember your text right away. You said this team can tackle.
Yeah, that's kind of an understatement. When you watch teams, and even when we watch teams in college or in the pro, you can tell those teams that good defenses, that they're sure tacklers. And, and the Iowa Hawkeyes, that defense they got, there's some sure tacklers on that.
Oh, really?
Castro last
I've been
week,
asleep. I fall asleep every one of their games. What did they have? 18 punts that last game?
Yeah.
Can you even watch that?
And this is a stat. I mean, they've been out-yarded offensively 200 yards this year, and they're 6-1. It's never been done.
Here's a stat. My brother says he's been watching Hawkeye games. He was asleep by mid-first quarter last game. Said earliest ever.
Yeah, so. It's a different style of ball.
Who do they got tomorrow? Rutgers?
Minnesota.
Oh boy, well, that's a thriller. Here's JJ Osh. He's going to bring it up for another gain of 12 or a gain of 9. Has himself his first down. East High's going to go hurry up right here as the young both teams playing a lot of kids right now. Johnston showing some class as I think they've got about their third team in there now, and that's good because these kids can go back knowing they needed. Got a little workout on that long trip by.
And it's good to get on the field and get some playing time and varsity action.
Another pop there as JJ's running hard, and he's going to be up to about the 100-yard mark here with one more pop there as JJ Ghosh, senior, playing in his last football game here.
He's had a good, played linebacker this year. He's toted the ball, so he's had a good senior year.
Was nicked up a little bit last year. Started off the season well, and as we talked about, it's a long season, and he's going to get the ball right here. There's some penetration, and it'll be a little fatigue right there. Could have mixed it up right. And given JJ, there goes Miles Wagner, as they said. I think JJ's a little tired as he comes trotting on. He should be. He's had the
That's he's
majority
senior,
of the carries.
He's
and
a
yards.
senior, and you get him some reps here at the end of the senior career.
So Miles Wagner checks in. Little play action fake. Cal Jepson turns, uses that strong arm and throws it beautifully to Richard Stewart, who bobbled it and couldn't quite hold on to it. And what a pass by Cal Jepson.
He does. He's got good accuracy, and he puts a little zip on the ball. So I got to believe over the next year he's only going to get better, and the team around him. And so.
Well, I think like Johnston, who did not such a nice job of putting their offensive philosophy around Will Nuss and his strong, quick, accurate arm. You can do the same thing here with Cal.
And just kind of tailor-made it, and get some things you can build off. And
3rd and 10, right here. John Yates in motion. John's been quiet. Normally, Cale's going to step up, get down, kid, and he's going to be tackled for a short loss. It's going to bring up 4th down right here. Clock running, 6:29 to go. Johnston will go as probably one of the lower seeds. I wonder if they'll get to play Southeast Polk. I know if I'm Southeast Polk, I don't want to play these people. First round.
The last game was a dogfight.
Oh boy!
Yeah, dogfight right to the
38 to 35,
it
and
was a 3-point game.
So there's Cal Jepson using that savvy to draw him off sides to cut that 4th and 11 to 4th and 6. As these Ties trying to put in the end zone one more time with 6:04 to go here in the 4th quarter on an absolutely gorgeous Friday night football night here at Olson Stadium as the crowd's thinned out, but a nice crowd of East High. They enjoy their football here in the Morningside area of town. So 4th down and 6 right here. Cal Jepson has worked hard tonight. Had some bad breaks early. Did have a couple of long completions. But upside for this young sophomore is very high. Let's get that grow about 4 more inches. How would that sound?
I don't know.
We'll
They
see.
could put that into the genetics.
Well, I thought they would have a hard time replacing the All-Stater Cole Ritchie
Ritchie
record
was
setting.
outstanding last year, you know, in that scene. Yeah, and he just kind of smooth and calculated.
Cal has just
He's done
really been the centerpiece of this football team, and a big reason they're 5-3, 5-4, and some tough losses against some good football teams.
Yeah, you know, a couple of those first games, you know, right down to a 1-score game where they had chances to win. And I think being a more mature team, they probably would have won those games.
Yeah, so don't forget, East High started 4 freshmen and 12 sophomores this season. So those kids hit the weight room and get some motivation. Look out next year.
Yep.
Because they do have some size too.
Yeah, and it's a good. Yeah, and you know, a lot of those kids have had success coming up, playing with their grades too. You know, from 7th, 8th, 9th, having good squads. So, but then you get thrown into a varsity mix, and it's a whole different ball game. You know, when you're young.
This one's gotten away from them, but we've seen in the past East High, when the Black Raiders have played competitively against these Metro Des Moines football teams. They've struggled in the final quarter.
Yeah.
Just ran out of gas and the size and the strength. But this group coming up, they may be able to compete with these teams for a full football game. Yates in motion on the 4th down play. Cal Jepson rolls, looks, under duress. Going to use that Caleb Williams skill. Still looking now. Going to put it up. Ball fakes again. Has himself his first down. I believe they're going to give him the mark. Yep, they got his first down. What a play by Cal Jepson.
Yeah, he does know that little pump and fake, and that pump and fake does a lot. You know, it does work. You know, you get out there in open space and you can kind of pump it. And I actually taught him that in the 8th grade.
He is a fun football player to watch. So first down for East High. They're trying to squeeze it in the end zone. They give the ball to Miles Wagner, and we're going to get a motion penalty called against East High, I believe, as they went hurry up, and the officials said, no, we want to get that extra $2 for this next hour. So, nope, they're going to call substitution infraction on Johnston. So their young kids are getting a little taste of it too, which is good for both squads, especially after the long drive. And they've played basically everybody on their roster tonight. There's JJ popping it to about the 5-yard line before he's brought down. Even there.
I think he's got, is that Breifogel in there or no? 20. Oh, no, that's JJ. Yep, JJ goes.
JJ goes to the 5-yard line. JJ he deserves a touchdown.
Yep.
He has 83 yards on the night. Most of those here in the second half. 4:10 to go in the game. 48-6 is your score. Jepson turns, hands the ball off to Ghosh. He dances in, puts his shoulders down, leans, gets to about the 1-yard line. Got a nice block in there by Flemister, who threw a nice block to give him a chance to score.
I think they ride him again here, get him in the end zone, sitting right inside the 1.
Well, barring penalty, JJ should be able to get this one in the end zone. 3:32 to go, clock running. Ghosh is going to try to get the outside. He rips it out, and that's a touchdown for JJ Ghosh. So well deserved by the senior. So JJ Ghosh with a touchdown run. The seniors had a big second half. Makes the score 48-14. They'll probably go for 2. No, they're going to just go for 1 here. Work on special teams work here as Jacob Burrell's going to line it up. The All-State junior for East High. And he's going to bomb that one all the way to Ponca. And that makes the score 48-13. You're just kind of impressed by my geography here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Ponca is that way. So.
What are you getting here?
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Chow, freshly baked bread piled high with Italian-style meats and provolone. Hey to you too, hand-sliced veggies. Oil and vinegar, oregano and basil, nice to see ya. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yes. Should I see someone about that? Probably. Jimmy John's, order online or on the app.
How'd you know? Yeah. We'll do that Monday night football game. Vikings.
Thanks, buddy. You guys have fun tomorrow too.
Oh yeah.
You bet.
Yep.
Oh, welcome back.
I'll be out in a minute.
48-13 your score. 3:19 to go. JJ Ghosh with a touchdown run here. Stay tuned for our primetime player of the game, brought to you by Primetime Steakhouse. There's a kick out of bounds, and the officials, they all threw their flag on that. They look forward to that, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. 3:19 to go. 48-13 is your score. Johnston will advance to the Class 5A playoffs. That'll be always interesting to watch that. And you better bring your A game when you play this football team, because they are not going to beat themselves.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the NFL. You always got one of those wild card teams that you don't want to play, and that's what kind of they are. They're kind of like a wild card team.
Indeed.
They're going to be tough to beat.
You bet. When you have a combination of Jacob Simpson at 6'5" and Will Knoll with that powerful arm, you're the real deal. So, a bunch of reserves in for both teams as they look to run out the following 3 minutes. Congratulations to the Johnston Dragons, and best of luck to them. I'm kind of pulled from. I kind of like this football team. We liked them watching them on tape, and I just like the way they play.
Yeah.
It's not flashy. It's just good, solid football.
And good team-oriented and stuff. And they're just a solid team.
Well, their facility is down at Johnston. You've been down there lately?
I've been down.
I've
been down. I've seen Johnston. I've seen it a couple years ago at a baseball game. But it's a nice, it's a really nice school.
It's always been a great community, and now with the competition so stiff down there, Johnston, it's nice to see them being able to rise up. 2:27 to go, clock running. East High will finish 5-4 on the regular season. We were told there was an outside chance of making the playoffs, but a very outside chance even with a loss. Here's a step and fired, and ball's completed as new quarterback in there. We don't even have him on our roster. But he shows a nice little arm right there. Jacob Crane in there, senior, throwing that ball with a good arm, and they do a lot of good work on those little stop routes on the sidelines.
They do. Yeah, they got some
kind of run you off
and run you off turn, and with Will Nuss throwing it, I mean the ball's right there when they turn.
Hey, Gomi.
So that's going to bring up a fourth down, 1:38 to go, and you certainly go for it here. It's not bad sportsmanship by not punting. You just go for it. They fire it right down the middle, and both teams trying to get some young kids. As Joshua Anglo, a junior, makes a catch, and that makes the trip worthwhile right there for a first down, and then clock moving and more subs coming in.
He leaving?
Both coaches showing outstanding sportsmanship here on a beautiful night for football in front of a big East High crowd.
And the Black Raiders got, they had a solid showing. Winklepleck in his second year last year took them to the playoffs. They had an outstanding senior-laden team, and 2 winning records for Coach Wink, and getting the Black Raiders to the playoffs last year, and almost upset the Ankeny.
Oh boy, that was
the first game. It was right
great
down,
football
came
game.
down to the fourth quarter. So good game to watch, and he's got a bright future for the next few years for these Black Raiders coming up.
28 seconds to go. We'll probably have one more play. Why not? These kids, as long as he doesn't score, give these kids a little experience.
Our thing found a long time ago.
So Crane, the quarterback, senior, turns, hands off, and popping in there and making, that'll be our final play. And a good play for East High, but they're going to come up short against an outstanding Johnston team. Your final score, the Johnston Dragons will advance to the Class 5A playoffs. They win it 48-13. Congratulations to them. We'll be back with the Baumgars postgame show and our primetime player of the game right after this. Johnston beats the East High Black Raiders 48-13.
On strike till I get a big drink of refrigerant.
Is your old air conditioner talking back to you?
Can I get this dent looked at? I'm feeling a little woozy.
Kalen's Indoor Comfort can repair that grumpy old air conditioner or replace it with an energy-efficient Lennox system.
When's the last time you even hosed the dirt off my fins?
Sounds like somebody needs a little TLC. Call the experts at Kalen's Indoor Comfort for Lennox quality you can count on.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Telco Triad Community Credit Union is continuing our 78-year celebration with the following CDs. 36 months at 4%, 48 months at 4.25%, and 60 months at 4.5% APY. We also have 6 to 24-month terms, all with only $1,000 minimum investment. So call us today. Telco Triad, it's where you belong.
A lot happens in Siouxland every day.
KCAU 9 News cuts through the noise every day to bring what's happening around your community into focus.
Amplifying what matters in Siouxland.
Your time is valuable.
So when this happens, and this happens,
and this, count on KCAU 9 News to bring you what matters.
KCAU 9 News. We are Siouxland proud.
To 13, Johnston will advance to the Class 5A playoffs. Coach Woodley has a very sound, efficient football team. They're really a treat to watch.
Yeah, he does a good job with them. You can tell they're a well-coached team and well-disciplined, and yeah, they just play good at all levels, defense, offense, special teams. Don't make, really, they just sound. They execute really well, and then he's got some good players to go with them.
You bet.
You get the players in the right spot, and you get them producing at a high level, good things happen.
Indeed. So they will advance, and they will be a dangerous football team. That Will Nuss to Jacob Simpson combination, they're a threat to beat anybody.
Yeah, you got that. Yeah, that Nuss to the big guy going to Minnesota. Yeah, that's a hard stop. And then you got good running backs, and you got 2-3 other good receivers that you can go back to too.
The defense isn't flashy. They don't get a lot of tackles for losses, but they do tackle.
Yeah, they play good sound defense, good assignment football, and they rally to the ball. And they caused several turnovers tonight just by their hitting. Wrapping up, stripping the ball, and causing turnovers. It's a big thing in the game of football.
So best of luck to Coach Woodley and his team. When you talk about this Johnston football team, you're talking about a good one. Meanwhile, the East High Black Raiders 5-4 in the season, very young team. They start umpteen young kids.
Yeah, they knew coming into this year it was going to be losing 18 seniors and filling those shoes, and they knew it was going to be a young team, and they can build on this. You have a winning record, 5-4, a lot of good things, a lot of player development, a lot of playing time by young kids, and Coach Winkleplex got to feel good about the next few years.
The young quarterback, Cal Jepson, your nephew. What a season for that young sophomore.
Yeah, really exceeded my expectations. I can't even remember the last time a sophomore quarterback Easton, just happened. He was fighting for the position, and he ended up, getting the start that first game. And, from that first game on, he's gotten better and better. And he's just kind of nifty in the pocket. He throws a good ball, and I'll give him a couple pointers in the offseason to get him to the next level.
We want you to give him a couple inches is what we do. 157 yards for Cal. He also rushed for 43 yards on the night, so he has outstanding future, as does this East High Black Raider football team. Each and every game we do have our primetime player of the game. Our primetime player of the game rushed for 83 yards tonight, couple touchdowns.
Yeah, J.J. Gosh, senior, hard worker, played defense, just a good, solid kid, and he ran the ball this year, both offensive and defensive, contributing. So with what he did tonight, he did well deserved to him for cap off his senior year.
Well, my good friend, that's going to wrap it up for East High Black Raider football for us this year. Thanks a lot. Always enjoy your astute and outstanding commentary.
Yeah, it seems like it just went too fast, but it was a great year, and we still got a lot of football left to watch in college and pro, and there's playoffs coming for the high school, so it'll be fun to watch.
Certainly do, and you and Buddy enjoy your trip down to Nebraska tomorrow. And enjoy your football. Nobody enjoys the game of football like the man to my right, Brian Jepson, the former star here at East High. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Thank you to our producer and engineer. He went solo for the first time. Ryan Ingalls did a great job here tonight for us as we went with a little scaled down broadcast tonight, but we hope you enjoyed. Please join us on Metro Sports Television. You really like some good football, go to metrosportstelevision.tv and watch our South Dakota playoffs that will be going on. Brad Newitt and our Sioux Falls crew, Metro Sports crew, have that up there. So we hope you enjoyed tonight's football game. We'll see you next year. This is Pat Schultz for Brian Jepson and for all of us at Metro Sports Television. Thanks for joining us here tonight.